episodes. I already know what the title of the episode is.
Cool. It's literally just you get what you pay for. That's how life should be.
We're
live. Welcome.
If you pay for something, you should get it.
Welcome everybody to the Radkatz podcast, Talking Rad, episode 14. My name is Cole, and I'm going to be your host today. Skylar knows that's from.
Listen, guys, we have a lot on the show, but what we're going to start off with first is the camera is taking a nappy poo. Thane actually pawned him off to a freaking drug cartel.
Plus, we're eating food, and I don't want you guys to see my disgusting face eating a nice quarter pounder.
Yeah, but anyway, 30 minutes ago, this is...
Pause.
Pause?
No, you're supposed to say pause after someone says something. At least semi homoerotic.
Did I say something homoerotic?
Yeah, Cole said you're chowing down on a quarter pounder.
Whoa! Whoa!
And he's like, oh.
Whoa.
That's what he did after. What? I'm just repeating what he said.
I took a
I'm
bite of the
parakeet.
quarter pounder.
All right.
I'm a little parrot.
Listen, I want to rewind 30 minutes ago. So, Burger King has this thing going on. It's called an Impossible Whopper. It's a veggie burger. It's good. I like it.
You want that?
Skylar's a vegan.
You can
He's
have
kind of
one.
weird.
With fry sauce.
Yeah.
He thinks
I've
that
got
cows are
two.
polluting the world, so he's trying to eat vegetarian food.
All right. Well, if you don't want this, I'm gonna use it for my Big Mac.
Well, that's what I've been using it
Which
for.
is kind of very incomplete.
Okay, we'll get to that, okay? Anyway,
There's onions in my hamburger, by
So-
the way, and mustard.
Zay,
Not what you wanted?
No.
That's included on it.
but he said he only wanted cheese and ketchup.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
I'd
you
rather
gave me
get too much.
yours.
I'd
Give me
rather
your
get
quarter
too much than
pounder.
nothing.
Okay.
Than not.
Hold on, we
Sorry.
got to do this in
So,
order.
hold on. So mine's not the problem. They just gave me the wrong one.
Oh my gosh, they loaded this thing up, bro, with
Sorry.
Thane ate the
lettuce.
other one.
Did you eat the whole thing?
I haven't eaten yet.
Let me see what you got real quick. I've eaten like half of this. I'm not gonna lie. Before I noticed.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh.
Oh, there. I slapped both of them.
Wait.
Okay, eat half of it,
Flip
then
it.
swap me.
Just here. hold
Dane.
this and flip that.
Dane,
I ate
look.
half of this one.
What the hell, dude?
Eat like
Look at
that
this
much of
shit.
it. Give me the bigger piece because I
Is that
definitely.
not the worst Big Mac made ever?
They just threw it in there.
I'm gonna swap me boxes. Don't swap me a whole hamburger. Gosh dang, dude.
Guys, malfunctions are happening.
Whoa, give me the big side, Dave.
Stop.
I'm so confused.
I just don't want to get ripped off in my hamburger.
Oh, it's too late, Cole.
It got ripped off. Get it? Because they ripped it in half.
Okay, let's emotions need to die down. Let's come
Alright.
back here, okay?
Start back over. Welcome
So-
to the First World Podcast.
Yeah, Zay, Thane, and Cole all got McDonald. And so I'm like, Burger King's got the veggie burger. And there's 2 Burger Kings in our town. So we go to one. So we go to one Burger King. And Thane's driving. He orders. And he's like, hey, can I get an Impossible Whopper? And the lady's like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. We're out of Impossible Whoppers. And then Thane's like, okay, well, can we get a veggie burger? And they're like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. We hate you. We're out of veggie burgers. So then Thane kindly says, oh, okay. All right, sorry. Sorry.
This is
Okay.
pretty funny.
Okay, bye, sorry. And then he just awkwardly backs out. Then we drive another 3 minutes to the next one. And they're conveniently out of burgers. But the guy said on the intercom before Thane rudely just took off, he said, oh, hey, if you go to our other store, there might be some... and Thane's gone. Just freaking... he gone. So I settled with a Carl's Jr. veggie burger. But
How is
then...
it so far, by the way?
Huh?
How is it so far?
It's good.
Yeah, what'd you rate it?
I don't know. I haven't gotten really into it a lot.
Rate it
yet.
out of a dead cow to
A dead marijuana plant.
yeah.
Ooh. I'm going to have to give it gum stuck to the bottom of a birthday clown shoe.
Okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
So not bad.
Yeah.
I bet it's so
Okay.
sweet.
But
Double bubble.
I think Zay should tell his story right now of his Big Mac.
Stupid. Well, I don't want to talk about it now.
You need
Cole,
you should talk about it.
Let me
I
ask
got
you something.
debated. See you, Cole.
Okay.
Bye, Cole.
Bye.
Have a good life.
I'll tell you later.
Cole, have a good life.
Yeah.
Cole, have a good life.
I want to keep my garbage.
Cole, hey, will you grab me a plate? Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna wait to eat this then. It's a freaking mess.
Go ahead, Thane. Go ahead, Thane.
Go ahead, Thane.
Well, I wanted to tell Cole this. Well, what I said was like, Cole probably should have checked the Big Macs before he started eating it, because his was in there.
Zay checked his Big Mac.
No,
and
not
I mean,
Big
not
Macs.
the
yeah.
quarter pounder, whatever, our cheeseburgers before he started eating, because he just started eating it, not questioning.
Its contents.
Yeah,
You
'cause
know,
they were right, and Cole just started eating it. I was like, oh, okay.
usually with us in specific, and maybe this isn't everybody, but whenever we go to places, we have been ripped off so much by them not giving us what we ordered. And
Like
what
you
I mean
should.
by that is Taco Bell's the worst. I love Taco Bell to death, but they're the worst for it.
You don't want it?
We'll go to Taco Bell and we'll order like
No, you did. I got it.
we'll go to Taco Bell and we'll order like
This guy keeps
You
getting
got
cut
his
off.
food. What are you talking about?
We're talking to Colby right now.
Thane, leave
Carry
her
on,
alone.
carry on.
You're so violent. Beat him up, Colby.
No,
Fight,
ask him
fight,
why-
fight.
he got his
Yeah,
food.
yeah, hit him. Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Anyway, Cole can elaborate on this, but typically when we go to restaurants, and it's all of them, dude. Every
Yeah.
restaurant we've gone to just cucks us over, man.
I'll go ahead and talk while you guys eat, okay? Because
Okay.
Skylar's not done eating.
Cole has
yet, too.
Cole has the talking needler.
I have the talking leader. You can hear me going pew 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 pew, and I'm reloading, pulling back, the needles. Okay, anyway, sorry. So when I moved here, it was probably like week 1 or 2. I was like, guys, let's go to Burger King because they got the $1.49 10-piece chicken nuggets. And they're like, Cole, Burger King here sucks. Every time we've gone there, they don't give us all of our food.
This was pre Whopper, pre Impossible Whopper. By the
Oh
way.
yeah, this is like
Yeah, this was pre-teen.
3 months ago, probably. Anyway, I'm like, no, guys, come on, let's just try it. I've got pretty good luck at restaurants with food. We go
With
there,
girls.
huh?
With girls too.
Not,
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
not little snacks. I'm sorry. So we're there. We order all our food, and I kid you not, they missed something. I don't remember what they missed. It was like a hamburger or something. Do you remember, guys, at all?
I just remember it was your food.
It was my food that they messed up.
Or, okay, no, finish. I got another one too. About you too. It's including you.
Okay. Yeah, so the guys here, they really proved me right there. Burger King
Day
here is-
one, baby.
Yeah, you guys won. Burger King here is terrible. I didn't get my food correct. I think Zay also got something messed up, if I'm not mistaken, that same day.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So there were 2 mess ups, and I was the one driving, so I didn't sit in the drive-thru and wait to check all of our food. I just drove off when we got
Yeah.
home, and it was
Cool.
all
And
messed up.
what's
Well, what kind
funny?
of person are you? Are you the guy that like waits, like counts everything, or are you the guy that just like, oh, we're good, just
I mean, normally I just go for it.
okay?
I don't check.
You can't anymore,
You built
dog.
up that trust.
I have to check now without fail. If I'm getting more food than just for myself, if I'm buying for at least one other person, I will check no matter
No,
what.
you have to check even for yourself. I got 1 burger and 1 fry, and they forgot the fry. This was
That's
Carl's
true.
Jr.
That was
by the
today.
way.
That was today.
Just 10 minutes ago, dude.
They forgot the fry.
It's like it's 1 meal: a drink, a burger, a fry. How can you screw it up? How can you screw that up?
There's other stories we've had. Skylar also brought up Taco Bell. We had a pretty bad Taco Bell one time. Every time we go there, we ask for mild, hot, and Diablo sauce. Skylar's a mild guy, I'm a hot guy, and Thane is a Diablo spicy guy. Yum. And every time we go there, we don't get all of those sauces that we ask for.
Except Diablo. Diablo's always in there.
They always give us Diablo
Because
for
Thane's
some
a
reason.
regular, dude. He's
They
a
must-
regular.
They must have so
A
much
regular
Diablo
schmegula.
that they have to like get rid of it. So if someone asks for Diablo, that's all they give us. Very rarely do we get mild, but I feel like we get more hot than we get mild. So that's a big problem. One specific time that I remember that I went there, I had a bad day or something. I don't remember exactly what was going on. I just remember I was kind of ticked off, and then like, oh, let's go to Taco Bell, let's make our day a little bit better. We go there. This was still pretty early on. I wasn't checking the bags too much back then. We drive home, and I am legit missing like 2 burritos, I think, out of my like 3 burrito meal. So I had like 1 burrito to my name, and that was
Wasn't
that
it
was
the wrong
dinner.
burrito?
It was the wrong burrito, I believe. I needless to say, I was so mad. but I didn't go back. I wasn't mad enough to go back. Oh my gosh, though, like this town is the worst with fast food, and I've never had these problems in my entire life. Like occasionally, I like to get like hamburgers, just cheese and ketchup only. Occasionally, they'll mess up. Like that's a given, Asking for a special order compared to what they're used to making, that's fine. I understand that messing up sometimes, but the fact that 90% of the time when we go to fast food that they mess up our order here is ridiculous. I have not had that like I said throughout my entire life. Last place I lived at, my hometown, I've not had this many problems ever.
Well, them forgetting fries, my one burger, my one drink, and my one fry, and they forgot one of those items, is just a testament to what kind of gamers we're dealing with here.
These gamers are not real gamers.
They're soccer skin sweats, dude.
They're playing backyard football still, back on their Windows XP machine, excuse me. Straight out of Costco. Like that's what we're working with here. Like what the heck? How hard is it
garbage.
to make? I granted this is all just terrible first world problems, but we're first world people.
Winds my gears.
It's so annoying. Oh my goodness. Did you guys tell me about Zay's hamburger today?
They didn't want to talk about
I don't
His
wanna talk
hamburger
about
was
it.
made not correct, but that's about
it.
it.
He got a Big Mac, and there was no top burger.
Yeah.
It's just the two buns
They
slapped
put-
together.
It was bun on bun action. And right
Yeah.
at
them cheeks.
Clapping cheeks.
How I like
exactly,
my
clapping
buns. I usually like to have meat between the buns.
Yeah, he likes the
Yeah,
meat in the
like,
bun.
I feel like everyone can relate with that. Everyone likes to have
everybody
meat between the
understands.
buns. That's where the meat belongs.
No, I like plants between the buns.
So he still had two patties, but the two patties were touching each other too. So he had meat on meat and bun on bun.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh,
like
it
he
shouldn't be.
reorganized his sandwich, but
That's not how I like my sandwich. Maybe other people like sandwiches like that. I don't like my sandwich.
I will say,
like
Sky, the current vegetable hamburger thing you're eating from Carl's Jr. Smells terrible.
It smells like I take a bite into it and something tastes like a graham cracker.
It smells really bad. The Impossible Whopper actually smelt and tastes like a
Burger.
burger.
a burger.
And I legit don't think I think they're just lying to everybody. I think this is actual hamburger. They're just saying it's vegetarian. But this one legit smells like trash. Like that one is not a good smell. I remember you like talked my way and I smelled your breath and it was bad.
Does it smell like
Almost died.
onions?
That's what it is, dude. It's the onions. Maybe you
know
just got
what?
overpowering onions.
Well, I feel like you're getting so upset that you're on the verge of going to get a let me speak to your manager haircut.
I'm already cutting it tomorrow, so
He's gonna go diet.
It's gonna be blonde.
Become a Karen.
Yeah, he's gonna get those big glasses.
It's gonna be blonde
He's
with
gonna
some
walk-
strawberry streaks in it.
Yeah,
He's gonna walk in with those big glasses.
I'm gonna be wearing some denim jackets with my leather pants.
You know, as much as fast food's dicked us over here, whenever we go to a good, wholesome, family-friendly restaurant, we always have good
Sorry,
waiters.
Excuse me.
So I've got a theory
Oh.
behind this.
The sit down one though, I got a story for that.
You got a
Cole got messed up.
Really? Okay, I want to hear this then, because this was gonna this might be the counter of what I was gonna say. So let's hear it.
So it's when we went to that breakfast place and we were all debating. It was kind of
Oh,
expensive.
this was my fault.
It was kind of
think, though.
expensive, but like everyone for the most part got pretty good stuff. And when Cole's came out, he's like, "Oh, I feel like mine's gonna be disappointment." They came out. He got a bad.
It
For
was.
what he
It
paid
tasted
for it,
good.
For what he paid for it, it just wasn't like.
They did not come
Wasn't
through.
worth
It had this weird like lemon maple syrup, and that wasn't the greatest, but it was okay though. But the amount of money that I paid, I did not get the right amount of food, so that was a little disappointing. But that was definitely just me picking bad, 100% my fault. That wasn't the restaurant screwing up. Well, I guess screwing up portion wise because their scumbags didn't put a lot of portion into that meal. But that was mostly me picking
Well,
bad.
Cole, that's Slim Pickens at Lickens, the chickens.
Charles Dickens,
My brain is
What?
ticking.
So here's the theory though.
John Wicken.
If
coming
you
over.
go inside the restaurant and have a nice sit-down meal like these three don't like to have,
Hey, don't
then
you dare.
every time you go there, you will
How
have a
dare
good
you.
experience. You will be able to enjoy your food,
Roasted.
get everything that you want.
And
Because
if they do screw it up, you can go whine
it's
to them.
easy peasy, and they're gonna fix it because it's right there. Like Well, I don't know why you're helping with this argument. None of you guys like to go eat inside the restaurants.
It's because Cole, we like to just tongue kiss death, bro. We like to see how close we can push our boundaries.
Not once in my
Oh,
time living here have I went to a fast food restaurant and ate with you guys.
Check that size of sauce on it. Okay.
Yeah,
We're all
I
good.
have not ate at a fast food restaurant with you guys inside the actual restaurant. Not once.
You're welcome.
Cole, yeah, you have.
When?
Pretty sure we went to Angie's together.
That's not
Not fast
fast food.
Oh.
I didn't go with you either.
Oh, I thought you meant just at all, like period.
No, because I went with like Texas Roadhouse with you guys too. I meant fast
that's
food
sit down.
specifically.
Bro, I don't like. Cool.
You guys are such scumbags. Just sit down in the
How
restaurant.
are
It's
we
not that
scumbags?
hard.
Okay, everyone. We want you to. If you hear this bit, which do you prefer? Do you prefer? Just
Fast
driving
food in
through?
specific.
Yeah,
I
fast
will
food.
say,
Fast food. Just drive through, get your food, go home or go wherever, or sit down, get your food that way, and then leave.
will
Which do
say-
you prefer? Which is better?
sometimes I do like to get the drive-through meal, but every once in a while I like to go in the restaurant, sit down, and have a nice meal. Why is that bad?
Why is it bad that we don't? Can we agree to disagree here?
Sure, yeah, okay, I'll accept that.
All right.
Why is it bad that you don't? Like, the only reason I think so because you get a nicer experience when you go in. You get
Here's-
to pour your own
here-
drink.
you
You,
wanna
get
know-
to sit in a nice
You
chair.
want to
I
know where
love
our
the
you want to
comfy
know where
booths.
our nightmares come from? This
Why?
People.
people.
Antisocial.
I wouldn't say antisocial. We just hate everyone.
Oh, I hate people too.
That's considered antisocial.
I really hate people. Like I complained so much about drivers like for the past week. These guys have been hearing it, but I still love going in and eating.
I know. I just
It's a different experience. You don't get that very often.
my thing
nowadays.
is we used to eat in all the time back in the good old days. Every single time we go to a place, we usually go at like 8 or 9, so nobody was there, and we'd always go in and eat. Want to know why we stopped?
Why?
No idea. I couldn't tell you.
You guys are scumbags, dude. Come on, just do it. Tomorrow night we're gonna go to Taco Bell.
good reason.
We're gonna go to Taco Bell and we're gonna eat inside of the restaurant. Okay.
No, not Taco Bell.
Where do you want to go then, Zay?
Somewhere that's not that.
Burger King.
We'll go to Arby's. Okay.
No, F
I don't
Arby's. Let's go
know.
to Panda.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Zay is
No.
the strongest one against this, by the way. Like
No,
you
no.
can tell.
No.
Zay's just a picky eater.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
I'm a picky eater too, though.
How am I a picky eater? I've been sick
Colby,
multiple times
Colby.
at Panda.
Wait. Picky eater has nothing to do with this. It's the where he's eating. That's what I'm talking. I don't care what he gets. I just care about where he's eating.
No,
his
I'm
food.
fine with sitting down.
Yeah, is Zay a picky eater?
Would you say I'm a picky eater?
You might have to
I
come-
don't eat anything
might-
you have.
Well, I know, because it hurts his belly.
Yeah.
Panda hurts his belly. Confirmed.
Panda, I've gotten sick there multiple times. That's the reason why. But Cole, to counter argue, this is what arguments are about. Define a counter
Exactly.
argument.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't like sitting down in fast food restaurants, if I'm gonna sit down and spend that time, I want to go to like a nice place,
Okay.
like a diner or like a nice restaurant, not fast food restaurant. That's my thing. Because if I can get what I can get on the outside, like, why? What's the point of going inside? If I can get the same thing driving through and saving time and just going back home and watching something like while doing that.
I think that's the thing. I think you guys like to go home with your food and watch some TV or show.
Every time I eat food, I want to be watching something.
Why
100%.
though? Why are you guys so addicted to these TVs?
Oh, cold.
I love going to these restaurants and eating inside
Cole,
of them. I'm sorry, guys.
The
I'm
diner.
a big
Cole,
fan.
I love diners. I love like breakfast places. Like I love that stuff. But I'm not spending the time to go.
You won't go in and chill in McDonald's and eat.
If I have the choice, every once in a while, sure, but not. It's not going to be like.
I don't think every once in a while is
basis.
even an option because, like I said, the entire time I lived here, not once have we done that. So
'Cause
every,
we hate it.
I know that's what I'm trying
Cole,
to get
it's
to
not-
the bottom of.
Not
You
fast food
admitted it,
places. If we
Skylar.
go to
You
sit down
hate
in a
it.
nice place, then sure. Not even nice, just a diner.
That's different. That's also different. You can't go through a drive-through. Okay,
That's the
here's a
reason
thought.
why, though.
Here's a thought. If a diner had a drive-through, would you guys go through the drive-through the diner, pick up your biscuits and gravy?
Probably not. No. If they threw biscuits and gravy in like a little container or something, it's gonna get messy. Be a
How-
lot messier. Nope.
Okay, how about like pancakes or something then?
Pancakes is fine. Pancakes is not a mess.
What about like order to go? You walk in and pick it up.
I've done that too. I'm fine with that.
That's pretty much the same thing as what Cole's
That's
saying.
like blasphemy to me, dude.
No.
Especially going to like a diner or like a restaurant, ordering to go. Like, oh
Cole,
my.
I can see what you like. I can see what you mean by like you like to spend time with whoever you're with and
It's
talk
the
to them and stuff.
camaraderie.
Yeah.
We like to have our camaraderie in front of the TV.
There's
doesn't
not
have to-
much talking.
it
We're just
doesn't have-
watching a TV show.
Cole, it doesn't even have to
and
be
then
the
when you're
TV.
talking, you get mad at the person for talking because like, I can't watch the show if you're talking.
No.
That's how
is
it
he spitting
works.
facts, Thane, or is he spitting lies? I think he's spitting
Thane,
propaganda.
how often have I been watching a TV show and you walk in and I don't even pay attention to a word you're saying?
No.
A lot.
But
Okay,
go back to
boom,
the
there
food
it
thing.
is,
Hold on,
boom.
No,
hold
no,
on.
no, that's not it. Go back to
Thane-
let
Thane
him talk.
doesn't know social cues.
Let him talk. What about the food thing? You agree with what he's saying about the food thing?
The camaraderie stuff?
Going into a fast food restaurant and sitting down.
I don't usually like to do it if I'm alone. If it's like
If he's alone, it's good. He'll
Whoa,
go
whoa,
in.
let him
No,
talk.
no,
Let the
no,
boy
no.
talk.
No,
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 no.
no. I'm saying I don't want to go in alone. I'd rather just go through the drive-through. It's just me alone.
Okay, so what if you
Yeah.
have a group? Would you rather go through the
Us
drive-through
four,
or
us
go
four
sit
going
down?
in.
I'd rather go with a group, but honestly, if everyone just wants to go through the drive-through, then yeah, just go
Whoa,
through.
whoa, whoa!
drive-through.
No. This is
Boom.
not what us are.
Boom.
This is for you.
Boom.
If you're with the group, would you rather go in and eat as a group, or would you rather just get the food and go home and
Get
then
the
go
food
do?
and go home.
Okay.
Hold on.
done.
Let's pick this apart. Let's do pros and cons of both. We'll start with eating at home. Okay.
Especially if I have kids.
Pros. Okay, here's the pros for eating out, like going through a drive-through. It's faster.
So hold on, real quick. I got a problem with Zay while he's out of the room. So every time me, Skylar, and Thane go to the store, he will not go with us. And I'm like, it's the camaraderie of going. And this guy, he goes, oh, you're going to the store? I'm not going then. Just pick me up a burger or something like that. He's back. No, you heard me. Oh, crap.
I just thought of another one. No, I didn't hear what
Okay.
He put you on blast. He spreaded your cheeks and revolver got it into them.
propaganda. No, it's propaganda. Do you know what? So I have another one. It's actually a legit one. You guys gonna say something? Because this one's good.
No, you go ahead. We're gonna do pros and cons of eating out and eating in.
So what do you want to know?
We haven't started.
We haven't
We're waiting
started
for you.
yet.
Okay.
But I'll hear what you got to say first.
All right. So, Sky had mentioned that before we would sit down a lot more often, which is true. We would sit down a ton.
Go, okay.
We
well,
would drive through
when
a lot,
was
but we
this?
would
When
sit
was
down a ton.
this?
High school.
High school, okay.
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. Even like 4 years ago. 5 years ago.
I would say after high school we would do it too.
Yeah.
This is
Before
like,
before we moved here we would do it.
and this is
Yeah.
like after school, like this is like 7, 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it was late. We
Okay.
would only do
We'd
it
have
at
to
night.
because of we'd have
Basketball
to
work.
be able
Yeah,
to in the
gotcha.
morning
Yeah,
or like
basketball
during the
work.
day. But another reason why I'd rather go through the drive-through is I feel like there's such before when we'd go sit down, we had so much more free time, I think. We'd have so much more free time just to go sit down, talk. But now during the week, there's not very much little free time where everyone is together.
I don't think that's a good enough argument.
How is that
that's-
not cool?
That
So what I like to
strengthens
do
me over here more, to be
No,
honest.
But so what I mean by that is why I like to go through the drive-through is so I can get home, and with what we like to do amongst all of us is like either play games, record something, or do something like that. It saves time and it's a lot easier.
This man just boosted my argument.
Yeah,
over
not
here.
at all.
100%.
I swung a freaking good argument,
He
bro.
just legitimately just said.
No, dude, but
Let me
considering
talk, bro.
No, Cole, you didn't let me finish talking. You did not let me finish talking. Let me finish. So, the reason why to save time is because considering our schedules now, at least mine, I have to wake up early. So I like to be done early with everything, and like try to get to bed at a reasonable hour. So I'm saying that would save that's what saves me time. So that's why I like to come back. We
Yeah.
can still hang out,
Let's
do
say
something.
let's say on average eating fast food in a restaurant, I'm going to say takes 45 to an hour.
No,
but
no
consider traffic.
way.
Consider traffic. That's part of it too.
Hold on.
Consider traffic and getting there.
The traffic is going to be the same regardless because you're going to the restaurant and back. You can't even add that.
Yeah,
It's the eating time is the only
No,
thing that you
I'm
can
still
put in there.
tacking it on. You're gonna save time if you just go through the drive-thru and head back.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna save time. You will, Cole. Think about if you're sitting down. Yes. Think about it. It's more time if you sit down.
if you
It's
get
the
your
same
food,
time driving there and back, but it's still part of the whole experience.
if you get your
is
food
what I'm
in the
saying.
restaurant, eat it there.
Is that not?
Is going to be the same amount of time
Hey,
if you going
listen,
home and eating it at the home.
Listen,
No, it's
the-
not.
Yes.
Listen, we can't talk about these variables. It's not about how long. We're talking about
I thought
why.
it was how long.
Okay,
it's
you're
about,
right, you're right.
It's,
It wasn't about how
where
long,
it's
it
where
wasn't.
we eat and why we eat there.
Hold
all
on.
I said was, let's say it takes 45 to an hour to go in and eat.
Okay,
I don't
inside
think
the
it takes that
restaurant.
long. I'm going to say 30 minutes max.
It takes us to eat that long.
So let me elaborate what I was going to say that Zay gave me more fuel for my fire.
Okay,
He said we all have like tight schedules kind of things.
not
And-
really. Not all of us have
well,
tight schedules.
we're busy kind of.
Okay, yeah.
And when we can get together, you said it was kind of like a special thing that we can get together and eat or something.
Not
That's
really. I didn't
basically
say
what you
that.
said.
That's not. That's
He-
not.
The two he
You're
said
twisting that.
specific. He
What?
said games or record.
No,
Yeah,
no.
which is
Before
what we
that,
do
before that.
consistently.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
What?
talking before he even said games
All
or
right,
record.
Cole.
I don't remember exactly the word. I should have
All right.
wrote it
He
down.
said,
He's interpreting
this is
for
what he said. He
himself.
said
I
that
don't know.
He liked to hang out with us.
Yes, there it is. 100%. Is watching a TV show, hanging out with somebody.
Yeah.
What are
do
you
it-
getting out of it?
The TV show. I
Breaking
would
Bad,
much
My
rather
Hero,
Yeah,
those
I
two,
would,
for
I would
example.
much rather watch a show with you guys than by myself. I would much rather
I agree
play
with
video
that.
games with you guys
Okay, I
than
can
by
agree with
myself.
that,
I
but-
would much rather eat food with you guys than by myself.
agree with
Building
all those.
okay, let's think about it this way. If you're building a relationship with somebody, like becoming a friend with them, would be talking with them one-on-one or two-on, a group of people over a meal be more conducive to that than watching a TV show and eating.
Absolutely.
Well,
Then there it is.
No,
That's what I'm
it
saying.
depends. It depends. What depends on like what if you're not the kind of type of person to talk? What if you're not the type of person that like can carry on a conversation like steadily? What if it doesn't interest you? What if you'd rather sit down and watch
That
a
argument
TV
doesn't
show
work with
and you can
us.
bond like that?
Because look what
Think
we're doing
about
right
how many
now.
people don't talk.
Yeah.
Look what we're doing right now. This argument is not for
Okay,
other people.
But
This
talking
is for
like, what if
us.
like I think Thane, I can seriously say for Thane that he'd rather watch a TV show with all of us rather than go and like try to like talk to us. 'Cause that's
True.
how he talks. Is through like that.
Through-
Media.
Yeah, he can share the media as like a medium to talk to someone about like the interest. If they're watching something they both like, then they can both talk about it.
We can talk about it at the restaurant though too.
Okay, so
We don't need to be watching the show
Okay.
and eating and then talk about it after. We don't talk about it
Okay,
after.
hold on. To wrap this all up, let's bring this back home. Let's list the pros and cons of both.
Okay.
And then I think we should just end on agree to disagree because it's 3 against 1 right
So
now.
we'll share some of the pros and cons from the things we just listed.
Okay, let's start. We'll start with our side first. Eating through the drive-through. What are the pros of it?
Don't say speed because I do not agree with that. I think they're the same time wise.
Well, you can't say speed because it's. I agree. It's all the same. It's all relative. It's just where are you eating the food?
Yes,
You have
exactly.
to deal with a bunch of mouth breathers.
I was just saying for a drive-through, you can't say that being faster going through a drive-through is a pro because I don't agree with that. I think they're the same timeline.
Yeah.
I think they take the same amount of time.
And I guess other variables is how long the drive-through is or how many people are inside. But okay, so the pros of going through a drive-through: 1, you gotta get your food and you gotta go. You gotta go back to your house. This is what I like the most. I gotta take my food where I want. I gotta go home. I gotta chill, watch TV, eat my food. That's probably my number 1 pro of why I like to go through a drive-through.
That's what Sonic is for. Basically, it's a drive-through. Sure, there's outdoor stuff, but you're gonna sit down there.
I
in the
hate
winter?
Sonic.
No.
Sonic's my least
No.
favorite fast food place. Do you want to know why? Because you can't go inside of the restaurant and eat.
You can sit down and they'll bring your food.
Also,
to
you don't get
on
free
the
refills.
outside.
That's the other reason. You don't get free refills. I hate it because of that too.
Okay, what are other pros of going through the drive-through?
How many did you just list? One? Was
Yeah,
it all one?
That was just one. You
Going
gotta,
home and
yeah,
eating.
home. You gotta get your food and go home and eat.
Okay.
What's some other pros here?
I would say another one we just said we can watch if we spend that time while we're eating to watch one of our shows that we're working on, whether it be Breaking Bad or My Hero. I mean, we did that for a few times for My Hero.
We should just bundle all that up and eating at home.
Okay,
Let's
that's
bundle
fine.
all that
I'm just
up.
thinking
with
that's
eating
another
at home.
a pro though.
Yeah, yeah.
But that could be another thing. At home. That's fine.
Another pro is we don't have to communicate with anyone other than the people running the drive-through.
Yeah.
I don't have to go inside and sit down at a dirty table that has maybe been wiped down Maybe. You know.
Okay.
You never know.
Can I
No,
have
no,
a
you gotta
rebuttal
let
to
us- you
that?
gotta let
Oh
us
my
finish. You
gosh, 'cause
gotta
I
let
don't
us
agree with
finish.
that either. That's some trash pro right there.
Yeah, I hate Cole. I hate dirty tables. When I see a dirty table,
I got a
it's like,
really good argument to that in my.
Who
on
the
my-
heck didn't
I
wipe
got a good
this?
con for that.
Especially if it's a booth. I want to sit in a booth and no one's wiped it. I was like,
Can I take notes?
do your
like,
freaking
rectify
job.
myself?
Sure. I don't.
Booth
This isn't a winnable
people wipe
argument for
down.
either
No,
side.
it's
This
so,
is a
it's so
personal
objective.
opinion.
It's so objective.
But I'm just let's see if we
It's
can
like-
find some more reasons of why we like to eat.
It's just like saying who's
out,
the
though.
best at something. Like it's so objective. It's just your opinion. It's what you prefer.
Yes, and then I have one question for you at the very end of this call.
Okay.
But anyway, okay, so we've got you get to eat at home. You don't have to talk to anybody. The table thing. It's
I would
just-
say in the it goes back to the sense of time. If we're coming back and for example if we're gonna play something, we can like put our food down like to the side of us if we choose to do that. Like
Or
we're gonna play a game
eat on
or
the
something.
podcast like we just
Yeah,
did.
I mean, so we're doing two things at once, and that's what that goes back to time, of course. But that's another reason why I like it.
Okay, Thane, do you have any pros of eating out, like drive-throughs?
Pretty much what
I've
you
got
said.
one. Drive-throughs are open some of the time 24/7, but most of the time open later than the diner.
Yeah.
And speaking for us specifically, and I would say us three, we typically eat late. We are late eaters. We usually eat, well, look, it's almost 9 o'clock right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We eat late. And I don't know. I know
Nobody
for
can
me
see
at
the clock,
night,
though.
when I go to a place, I don't want to go in and eat at night, which now we're talking about times of day, which let's
That's
just
the
say
time.
let's just say it's lunch, okay? Everything's relative to lunch, because at nighttime, I think anybody would be like, no, I just want to go through a drive-through. Even you too, right? Would you say that?
Depends. I'm 50-50 that time. Lunch is my preferred time to go in and eat.
Yeah.
I would say it depends on what I'm feeling.
I just don't remember the last time I sat down for lunch to eat somewhere.
Yeah.
So if it's lunch, I mean, it's a bit different because it's but time of day. I mean, that's what it's designated for, of course. I mean, that's different, of course.
Okay,
Like,
so then
I would consider.
I
sitting
think
down
we
at
should
lunch.
just eat all the variables, and we're just specifically talking about
The
eating
experience
in,
you get.
the experience, okay? I would
Lord and
argue
Savior
that you can
Jesus
get the
Christ.
same experience eating in or eating out, going through the drive-through and not going through the
Oh,
drive-through.
I won't argue that. That's true. If you're not watching a TV show and you're sitting around a table when you get home, yeah.
Well, and I would probably say it's probably like 75-25 that we watch a show or that we sit and chat. It's probably less than that. It's probably 80-20 that 80% will end up watching something while we eat, 20 we don't. But here's the thing, is if we don't watch something, Thane goes in his room.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So there, you win that one. You win the Thane over for your
I'm
for
telling
your
you, dude,
argument.
it's the camaraderie. That's what I'm all about.
See, and our
Wait,
thing
he wants to
is
say something.
Oh, just finish up your point. Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
My thing is to me the camaraderie is the same whether we eat in or eat out. Just being with you guys is probably all that I care about. Whether we're watching a show or talking or
Yeah.
not either, just being there with each other. That's the camaraderie I seek after. But I see your points. I'm not taking anything
Yeah.
away from you. Like, eating in is awesome. It's fun. You get to hang out with your bros, but there's pros and cons. So we've listed a good couple amount of pros for drive-ins, which in all reality, if you take a step back, are pretty stupid.
Yeah.
This whole argument's pretty
Oh,
stupid.
100%,
pretty
yeah.
dumb, but
That's why it's a first world
but
problem.
considering it,
Yeah.
considering it,
So the cons of a drive-through.
Wait. Can I say one more few pros?
Sure.
Drive-throughs aren't only useful with fast food restaurants. It's also useful with banks.
But
Those
we're
useful
not
with
talking about
farmers.
that crap.
Hey,
No,
we're
wait,
just
wait.
talking
Let me
Oh,
let me
just in
finish,
general.
Cole.
No, no,
Let me
no, no.
finish, Cole.
We're
Let me
talking about
finish.
food.
I know.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah. Okay. It's good. It is for banks, used for pharmacies, and in Las Vegas, useful for weddings because you can just do a drive-through wedding. That was meant setting up a joke,
You
Cole.
just wanted to get
Jeez.
to the joke. I'm
ruined
sorry.
my
I'm,
joke.
I'm in serious
'Kay.
argument mode right now. Thing.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to cons of drive-through. One, they 9 out of 10 times screw up our order, and I hate that. It bugs me. They rip us off.
You're guaranteed to get your what you want in person in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Part of that dealing with they don't understand you half the time that you're talking through that little crappy microphone they
Yeah,
have.
Or
okay,
they have
there's
a lot
another
of people
con.
going
Wait,
through the
wait,
drive-through.
Another
Drive-thrus are
another
usually packed during the day.
I just
we're talking
thought-
about lunch specifically.
I just thought of another pro. Say you're going somewhere and you don't have time to go sit down because you got to get it and go.
We
That's
took
what
time
that's a
out
variable.
Of, we
Then
took,
that's a
back to time,
variable.
goes
we
back
took
to
time
time.
out of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Okay.
conversation.
This is the
okay.
optimal situation. It's optimal time.
You have enough time in the world
Yeah.
for anything.
Okay. You have
yeah,
enough
it's just
time.
Very
literally,
Sorry.
optimal.
literally
Never
your
mind
preference.
then.
Literally
I
your
didn't hear
preference.
that part.
Okay, so they screw up your order. You can't hear very well through the stupid mic. Drive-thrus are typically always packed.
Yeah.
If we're talking about lunchtime specifically,
Oh yeah.
typically always packed. What else?
Especially if the employees are slow, very slow. Like it's a rush hour and like you're trained
I
for
will
this.
say-
Move faster.
Pause. I will say they're another pro, and this is fast food specifically. We have a buddy that works at McDonald's, and I would say that most, if not all, restaurants are like McDonald's, as in the fact that they dedicate more time and workers to making sure that the drive-through goes faster
Oh, true.
than eating in. That's coming from him, and he's a manager at McDonald's, so that's a fact coming from him. Anyway, going back to the cons.
Here's a con. The people that work at the drive-through are typically not as friendly as the people working the cash register in the store.
I'd agree with that. What else? There's no bathrooms. I mean, you can't pee in your car. I guess you could.
I mean, I wouldn't even count that because you're going home.
Okay.
The thing I was gonna say at home was you got a nice little coffee table stand thing, basically like a little nightstand with pubes all over it to eat your food on,
Isn't it best?
compared
It's
to a
the-
nice table.
It is the best, dude.
Gotta love that.
Is there any other cons for
Well, Cole,
the
we can
drive-thru?
set up. We can easily pull that table over if you want to eat on a big table.
We don't have any chairs for it.
That's the
I'm
problem.
not gonna sit in the couch and. Yeah, exactly. You put your hands above your head while you're trying to eat your hamburger.
But I mean, that's another variable. It's
Can you
just-
think of any other cons? I
It
feel
is
like
variable,
I
you're
feel
right.
like you would be the con guy for eating drive-thru.
I mean, at McDonald's, there's the double drive, so you got to deal with people.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
What else? Sometimes when they reach their arms out through the window, you're parked too far away from the window and they drop stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily now we don't have to deal with cash that much anymore. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I always feel kind of rushed in the drive-through.
I agree with that.
You know, there was one incident where this lady, she accidentally charged me, actually put an accidental 0 on my, like, when I went to Wendy's, and it's like, instead of like $10 something, it was $100.
No way.
And so she had to back it up because there was a recharge going to the bank. It's like, I'm so sorry, I accidentally overcharged your card, so we're gonna give you a free meal, like a free meal ticket, pretty much. It's like, nice, thank you. Also, one time on my birthday,
But then you had to call the bank though.
no, they like pretty much sent
Let's
it.
reverse it.
Yeah, they reversed it. Also, one time I went to my birthday and I went to Wendy's again because Wendy's is probably my favorite place to eat, fast food wise. And
We should debate that one too.
as I drove
That'll be
up to
another
there,
day's
as I drove up to get
That
my
would be a
food,
long time.
said, "Oh yeah, the person behind you already paid for you." It's like it was on my birthday. I was like,
That happened today to
Wow.
me.
Tell that one.
I was at like
Wow.
a soda shack, and people in front of me paid for me and my brother.
And guess what this guy did to the people behind him?
We were gonna pay, but we forgot about it. We thought about it after we got out of line. We were
They were
like,
so happy.
we felt really good. We also felt kind of bad because like we felt like we didn't deserve it. Then we're like, we should have paid for the people behind us. And
"Oh, I should have done
Yeah,
that
it's too
too. I
late.
should pay for the." But since it was my birthday, and you can kind of be a little selfish on your birthday.
Yeah.
you're
love
allowed
it.
to be selfish
Yeah.
on your birthday.
Okay, so I guess I would say these are the two strong points for both pros and cons of pros for eating through a drive-through for me is I get to take my food home and I get to eat it where I want. That is the pro for me. That's probably the biggest and only reason why I like drive-throughs. And the biggest con, and I think these two can agree with me on both of these points. The biggest con is they dick up your order.
Yeah.
It's plain and simple. What would you guys say those are the biggest pro and con of eating out drive-through?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Cole, your turn.
So when you eat in, I would
Are
say
you doing pros first?
Yeah, the
'Kay.
biggest pro is the camaraderie. I mean, you get to talk with your friends, your family, whoever you're with, and you're not going to be distracted by TV. You may have your cell phone out playing Pokemon Go or something, but that's me. But still, I mean, you're still talking with people. You're going there. It's kind of a little bit of an experience going there. I wanted to make a quick counter argument to your dealing with people. I will say that you do not deal with more people going inside than you do when you're going through the drive-thru. It's the same amount of people. It can be 1 to 2 people depending on how many cashiers you have.
I think for me specifically, what I meant by that is the other people inside the
Seeing
restaurant.
Other people? I mean, you're going to see people in their cars.
But here's the thought though. And I would say this is probably one of the biggest reasons why we stopped eating out is seeing people that we knew, and we're like F this, I don't like it. But
maybe
here,
in a way we got used to that.
Yeah.
I could see that. I agree.
But
that
here
is annoying.
But here, I don't know anybody, so honestly, thinking about it, it makes sense that we would eat in more.
Yeah, that would take away one of the biggest reasons.
Yeah.
That's it. That makes sense. That's very
So
valid.
maybe that's subconsciously why we stopped doing it, is because we were sick of seeing people. Like after high school, when you see people from high school, you're like, yeah, I
So
don't
what are
want
you doing with your life?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Go away.
Okay, so number 2 for me is the atmosphere. You get a nice booth. You have a table. I love eating with the table. I hate eating on our tiny little nightstand that I barely even get to use as a table because there's 4 of us crowding around it. I hate eating on a couch. I legitimately hate eating on a couch. It's not very fun.
See,
I feel like I'm gonna spill all the time.
I'm opposite. I love
you need
eating on
TV
the couch.
trays.
It depends if I'm eating like a snack out of chips or something.
You
That's
want a
different. If
TV
I'm
tray?
eating a meal,
It's like
Well, if you're eating a meal on
Whip
a
it out.
plate, I completely agree with you.
I
But
am the
where
messiest eater when I'm not in the most optimal setting to eat.
See, if I'm chowing down on a burger or fries or a burrito, I'm cool to kick back on a couch. But if I got a plate of freaking I got a plate of nachos or pancakes and hash browns, I want a tape too, bro.
9 times out of 10, I will spill on myself if I'm trying to eat on a couch
Or on the floor.
I'm crouched over like this.
He's
Like,
true.
like freaking
100%.
the Hunchback of Notre Dame, trying to make sure I'm not spilling my food.
How do you like that laugh thing?
that was a good one.
It's-
Rip Cathedral of Notre Dame. That Dame, however you pronounce
I don't know how it
pronounce
is
it.
either.
Yeah.
But legit, like that's one of my biggest things is a table. Having a table, sitting around with your friends at a booth. Like booths are comfortable. They're actually comfy chairs. Like granted, those actual crappy chairs, like the metal chairs you'll sit on the tables, those aren't good. You want a booth. The booths
Yeah.
are so much more comfortable,
Yeah.
and they're actually relatively comfortable, I would say.
Yeah.
I like being able to pick my own drink without having to tell anybody or whatever. I don't know. Just the fact of being able to drink
Free
pour my
refills?
own drink. Free refills. There's another one. You're right. I like being able to get my own condiments, my own sauces and stuff.
That is
Yup.
pretty nice. You have a
Because-
large drink, you go fill it up right before you leave.
Oh my gosh,
I
it
like
was so
that.
good.
So
I
dude.
like
then
that.
I would say this is I know we specifically talked about camaraderie, but the food experience itself, I would say it's conveniency over
better. I think that
over like picking exactly what you want. So it's convenient over
quality.
quality.
I legit think the experience of eating is actually better going inside. You get exactly what you want. You get the right amount of condiments. You get your drinks. You get a table.
Hey,
We don't have a
listen,
table in our
Cole,
house.
Cole, I'm not
We
gonna
do, but-
I'm not gonna argue at all with what you're saying. I think you're 100% correct, but I would sacrifice quality
Really?
for convenience.
I'm
if
all
it's
about
if it's a
quality.
fast food, if it's a sit down restaurant, I'm 100% with Zay on this one. If it's like an Olive Garden, I would much rather go in and eat at an Olive Garden, sit
Or
down and
Denny's or
experience it.
IHOP.
Yeah,
I
or
like
Denny's
those,
or
yeah.
IHOP. Even places that you can call in and order. They're like, oh, Outback Steakhouse, call in and order. Nobody wants to call out Outback. You guys
No.
want to go in, you want to sit down, you want to enjoy a nice meal. I'm with you there, dog. My thing is I see fast food restaurants, they're not comparable to me. Fast food is convenience. It's cheap and convenient, and that's why I think I like the drive-through of a fast food restaurant. But this also goes back to the point to where we made that we eat late. So, to me, when we go eat, we want to go get our food and just come home because it's late. You know.
Yeah, you can just go to bed right away. So, I mean,
I'll give you the cons of eating in.
What are you, an old man?
The biggest one that you guys made me think of is seeing people you already know that you'll have to talk to other than the people you came with.
I
I guess
honestly
that doesn't really apply here.
Yeah,
but
that's-
It
that's
could
what-
though.
before, yeah,
there's
it's
a
true.
chance. I
It's
see
happened to
people
me
I know in the
before,
craziest
so I mean,
places.
yeah,
So
it's happened to me
you're
before.
just in a hometown, but there's not like the chance of actually but it's not like a town where you know everyone and they know you. It's just like a
It's
a
not.
town where
It's not like the Cheers bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
that is a good argument though.
a 50% chance you walk to a place and you might see someone, and most of the people who see me, they're like, "Hi, how you doing?" I'm like,
Yeah, it's the
hi," and in my
worst.
mind,
See-
I'm like, "Please go away."
That's probably the biggest reason why me personally I don't like eating in. Is because of that.
And that makes sense. And I guarantee there's probably people in this town that are from our hometown. So
that's happened to me.
I mean, it's possible. So
Well,
that's a
even with, like,
decent one.
Even with like coworkers, like if I see a coworker at Walmart, I hide. I don't want to see them.
Yeah, I do
I don't want
too.
to talk to you.
To be honest,
I
though,
do
I bet they
too.
don't want
Yeah.
to talk to you either.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so it's that makes sense. But if it's someone from like you grew up with, they're gonna try to talk to you probably. And that makes sense.
Sometimes they just sneak up on you. It's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm just like, "Oh,
Or they-
oh,
Or
hey."
they
how
walk
you
up and they're like,
doing?"
"Hey, Thaner, what's up?"
Yeah, be like, "What you just call me?
Thaner?
It's me, Jim from work. Don't you ever call me that again."
Threatens him like that.
Yeah.
So here's some more cons. The restaurant potentially could be dirty. I will say if you pick a table that's clean, I know they've wiped it. I mean, if there's a crumb on there, they didn't wipe it. If there's no crumbs, they definitely wiped it. So,
Yeah.
so that's a bad argument what you did earlier.
Usually I don't see a crumb. I see many crumbs.
Oh yeah, it would be many
In fact,
crumbs.
sometimes I
Many
see
crumbs are
eight
nothing.
crumbs.
I mean,
fact-
to kind of go back on my argument, and for you is nobody sits at a dirty table. You go to a clean
Yeah.
one.
100%. Yeah.
that's
I'm
true.
not gonna sit at a table where clearly someone dumped half their fries on the seat. Granted, I've never seen that, but if I ever do, I'll be like,
Not gonna sit there.
I will
I'll
literally
just
call
say I
someone over.
actually-
It's like, "Hey, clean this up right now. This is
Acceptable.
I'll probably just go find another seat. It's like, and just go find another.
Along with
pretty
the
much.
dirtiness of the restaurant, I would say the bathrooms are typically not very clean. Sometimes they can be clean, but most of the time I would say they're not the cleanest.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
don't.
son.
I hate using the restroom in public when I've got to do number 2.
Public
that's true.
bathrooms.
Yup.
I hate it.
Especially if you go in, there's a warm seat, you sit down.
Oh, it's the worst.
Or if there's freaking
Someone drops
pubs,
a
dude.
fat stack. Someone
freak-
drops a fat stack in there, and it smears against the walls. It's like,
So there's one big thing right there. I mean, there's other reasons I'm sure I could come up with. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think the cleanliness is probably the biggest one. But they typically nowadays you can tell they try to step it up, especially if they've remodeled the restaurant. Like McDonald's and Burger King's pretty new, really remodeled anyway.
Yeah.
They've recently rolled it out like probably 2012 and up.
You know, speaking of like how they screw up our orders through the drive-thrus, I've had plenty of times, and maybe this is just me specifically, but when we would go eat in a lot, I would always go last, and they would skip my order. They wouldn't even give it to me. It's like I didn't exist as a human. I remember one time, I was 15 years old. We went to a burrito place, our local burrito place. It's really good.
Like a taco shack,
Yeah, it
taco
was
van.
Yeah, Taco
Yeah,
Bandito.
van.
Anyway,
Oh,
Zay and
Bandito.
Brennan, Zay,
I thought he meant van.
Zay, Brennan,
Oh.
and Thane.
Taco Van. that's what you
Yeah.
mean.
Zay, Brennan, and Thane all got their food, and I ordered last. And the people didn't bring me my food. They brought my food to a different table to a bunch of football players, and they ate my food.
So I will say that's a little different though, because that's like a fast food restaurant that brings you your food. Like not a lot of fast foods do that. They call
yeah,
your
you're
name
right.
and stuff.
You're right. You're right.
You were
But
okay,
I've
right?
even had that too, where it's for some reason I just get lost in oblivion. They'll skip my meal. They just skip me, and then I wait 20 minutes. I'm like, cripes, dude. I'll go back up there, and they're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, you got
So-
this.
you got deleted.
So this happened. I was with a friend, and we go out to Carl's Jr. and eat, and he orders his, and I order mine. He orders his first, and I order mine. It's just 2 people, and I ordered separately too. We're at the same table, and I'm just waiting for my food, and he eats all his food, and it's like, huh, where's your food? I don't know. Wait like 5 more minutes, and I go up there. It's like, hey, I never got my food. It's like, oh, we're so sorry, and I got it for free, but I was still pissed because I had to. So I was just waiting. And it's like you guys didn't even like. I ordered it. I paid you. You didn't bring me my food.
I
Yeah.
just thought of another pro con.
They forgot about your. They
This is
forgot
a
about
con
your
Yeah.
for drive-through, pro for eating in. By the time you get home, your food's typically cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your ice cream's melted. Your drinks are watered down,
Oh yeah.
and you don't get the freshness. Once again, that's the quality
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
You're losing out on quality.
That's
Unless
what I'm
you, like-
saying. I think that's the argument: is convenience over quality,
Yep.
Unless you're
or
like
quality over
super
convenience.
super
Either way.
antisocial, but you want fresh food, so you just eat in the parking lot.
I'll do that if I'm
I've done that
like
before.
legit. If I'm
Yeah.
going on a trip or something, and me and my dad will do this all the time. Instead of going in and eating at the restaurant, we will go through the drive-through and park at the parking lot, and we will eat our whole meal and then get going.
Yeah.
Heck
What is
I've done
wrong
that
with you
before.
people?
I've done
Oh,
that.
That's just
before.
how I was raised, dude. My
I've done
dad
that
refuses to go in. The only time he would ever go into
Out of town?
restaurants is for a birthday or if we were working and we were on a job that was nowhere near.
Yeah, out of town.
Out of town. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Sometimes I'll like when I was at work when I'm at work and they had a lunch break. There's like on older jobs, I'd order food and instead of just going back, I just like park in the parking lot, eat it, and then go back to work. That's what's because
But I mean, thinking about it, I don't know
sometimes
why.
I just don't want to go interact with people on my break.
Oh, but you're interacting with people through the drive-thru. That's not a good argument,
That's
in my
minimal.
opinion.
That's like minimal interaction.
It's the same interaction. You give them their order, you pick it up.
It's
It's the
mandatory.
same thing.
It's mandatory interaction.
Both of them are mandatory.
What do you mean?
Wait,
You have to tell them your order and then give them money.
Wait, no,
Whoa, whoa.
no. I think he means, Cole, I think he means talking to people you might know.
No, like
He's
talking to
about
people at
talking
work.
to the computer screen.
People trying to talk to me at my break when I don't want to talk to anyone.
Oh, at work.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
mean. What do you? It's like, what are you talking about?
I just thought of another thing as well. At McDonald's, you can order without even have to talk to people inside
Yeah.
of the store.
You are
Yeah, you
right.
can just prick a menu.
So
and
there's
then they'll
another
bring-
way.
like,
If you don't
"Here's
want to
your
talk to people, there's another easier
menu."
one.
You can do the silent option. Like
Okay,
you
I
pick
think
it's like here's
I
your
think
menu
we
and
gotta
just say
we gotta
nothing.
dip the
Just
talking to
nothing
people
at all.
because both situations you have to talk.
I'm
to
telling you,
people.
it's the same thing.
Dude, I honestly think in my head, I think it's faster. Like I think my brain thinks it's faster to go through the drive-through instead of going in and eating, because
You're doing other things.
Well,
when you get home.
I just think it's because home is the destination, and if I'm not home and I'm spending time eating in the restaurant, that takes time.
The only
in my
way,
head.
the only way it's faster is if you eat on the way home. If you're eating on the way home, then it's definitely faster.
Yeah, but I don't do that. But
exactly. Yeah.
what I mean by faster is like getting home. Faster to get home is probably subconsciously what I'm thinking. It's faster to go through the drive-through to get home than it is to eat and then go home, if home's the final destination for fast
It
food.
feels like that. Yes,
Final
I agree.
destination
I even
5.
think it feels like that. But when you think about it, it's not.
I agree, yes.
Because the eating time will be the same.
Yeah.
Spoiler,
agree.
someone dies.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess to settle this argument, this debate is...
It's kind of the dumbest argument. We just
Yeah,
spent an hour
absolutely.
talking about nothing.
Yeah.
I've looked
We didn't even
every
get to
minute
the
of
car
it.
Sorry,
stuff.
guys.
We're going to get to it,
We're
man. I
really
still feel
sorry,
like
guys.
garbage.
We're really sorry. Hopefully that was
Okay,
somewhat
guys.
entertaining.
Well, hold on, Thane. Let's wrap
Let's
this
do
up.
an extra long podcast then. I don't care.
Well, we want to go
Okay.
stream real quick.
Yeah, we're right. You're right.
But anyway,
Oh,
to
man.
wrap this
I
up,
looked at Fortnite downloaded, by the way. I'm not playing with you guys.
maybe we'll bag it then. But anyway, I don't know. I want to know your guys' thoughts. What do you guys prefer? And we're talking about fast food specifically. Would you guys rather, and let's say this is optimal time, like it's the optimal situation to eat in or go through a
You
drive
have all the time in the world.
Yeah,
And
all the
don't
time in
come
the
at
world.
us with like, oh, but is this fast food or is this? It's
You
like,
know what
dude,
fast food is. We got
yeah.
McDonald's, Burger King.
You can establish
your
that.
local places being like In and Out.
You got the giants.
Yeah.
You got the giants, and you got your local things, but they're all drive-through. So I mean,
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You know.
There is no
the
there's,
burger joints.
There's no variables, okay? Let's say the drive-thru's completely empty. Let's say the inside is completely empty. It's the optimal situation to do either, but it's a fast food restaurant. Do you A, go inside and enjoy a meal with your buds, or B, go through the drive-thru, get your food, and go home and enjoy a meal with your buds? I want to know what you guys think. I think we all
and
wanna-
why?
Yeah.
So this is the thing. Go into a McDonald's. You don't even walk up to the counter. You just walk up to that menu.
He already said that.
No. Let me. You walk up to the menu and order. There's no one in there. You go sit down. There's a young lady. She looks all peppy to give you orders. Like, here's your order. You just look at her, and you make eye contact with her, and you see the pain in your eyes. And then you just keep looking. You say, "Well, thank you very much," and then you be depressed again. And then eat your food
Alone?
alone.
Are you dressed up like Krusty the Clown or what?
Yeah.
How often have you guys ate inside of a restaurant by yourself?
Yeah.
Like by myself.
100% by yourself. Yeah.
Never.
I've done it before.
I don't think I've ever done it.
I've done it more than I should have.
I've done it a lot.
Yeah, I've done it a lot.
I don't think I have. Like, if I'm by myself, I'm 100% going through the drive-through. Always.
Really.
Always, always. I will even, get a load of this guy. I will even call in to a fast food place, have all my food ready, and I will go through the drive-through to pick it up. Because I won't go inside. Unless the drive-thru's packed.
I always go through. I always go inside to pick it up. I never know you could just do the drive-thru.
I've done the drive-through. If the drive-thru's
Wow.
empty, I'm pulling right up to that window, and they're giving me my food, baby.
Give me that food, baby.
You know, speaking of drive up through windows, how about we drive into our next topic, everybody?
That's nice.
Dun, da, da.
Here, Cole, I'll hand you the next topic. Cars.
So
The
cars have
pears.
been a
No,
hot
pears.
topic in our house.
I love Cars
past
the
month.
movie.
Speaking of cars,
just
We
kidding, I
got
hate cars.
Speaking of
Lightning
cars,
McQueen,
what
Mater
happened to your car?
McMurderberry.
The alternator went, and I had to buy a new one.
Lightning McQueen turned into Lightning
The alternator went, oof. Oof. Yeah.
That's what happens when you have sex with a Porsche.
Whoa. I didn't even have a Porsche. You think I'm made of money?
Sorry,
Oh,
Chase.
Dave, are you
Chase, your
doing that,
Toyota.
McQueen? McQueen, are you over there doing a Porsche?
It's Chase, your 89 Miata.
Yeah.
Oh! That's used and old.
Oh! Wait. Have you owned it since '89, or did you buy it used?
Well,
This is a 91
Well,
Honda.
s-
How dare you?
I wasn't born in '89, so I'd have to say it's used, unless someone just built it and they gave it to me.
Well, your car's
For-
2007, though.
Yeah, mine's 2007.
You guys want to know what I think is funny about that whole situation? Is it's like 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, and I get a phone call from Thane, and he's like, "Hey,
I'm just about to go to bed.
he's
too.
like, "Hey, my battery's dead. Can you guys come jump me?" And Zay's the only one in the house with jumper cables. And so Zay went with me to go get him. And as me and Zay get over there, we see Thane stranded on the side of the road. We pull in front of him, start hooking him up, and we hear Cole's freaking his UFO just
Yeah, my car makes loud noises.
slides
just
So
in.
they knew it was
in.
me
Yeah.
right
All
away.
his
All right, I
cuts in
called
there.
him before when I went to work. Okay, wait.
Yeah, tell me
Let me-
why you
let me
called
tell the
Cole. Why
prequel.
did you call Cole
I don't
first?
know, I
You
thought
were
it was-
literally right next to us.
I thought he was home by then, but
That
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
Yeah. So, anyways,
He loves
I
you
went.
more than us.
Now you trust you
So,
more, Cole.
anyways, this is a dumb idea, because you shouldn't do this. But anyways, I was going to get food, and like, the car battery light was on. It's like, and like my windshield wipers were like really slow, and like my window was rolling down slow too. It's like, oh, probably should jump it, and then I forget, and then I go to work, and I forget to jump it. So then I drive to work, and I realize like everything's going on the fritz. Like, oh, I should have jumped it.
Jumping it wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, I
by the
know.
way,
Yeah,
then.
I thought that's what would have done it, but I didn't know because I don't know too much about cars. I'm car illiterate. And
he likes pears.
He likes Harry Potter. Harry Pear.
I couldn't read.
Harry
I couldn't-
Potter.
I couldn't read the Cars book. I couldn't read what Lightning McQueen was doing because
No, you don't want
it
to
is-
know what he was doing. I was censored out.
I
Poor
couldn't
Sally.
read.
Holy
But-
Porsche, indeed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no. But yeah, then they didn't need me for work because there's too many. Then I decided to call Cole. It's like, hey, you home? It's like, no. It's like, oh yeah, I'm like 30 minutes because he was.
Yeah, I was
Easy.
actually driving.
Yeah.
I was driving back from our hometown.
Yeah, he had to go. Like, sucky
He'd
thing
driven
is,
a lot that
wait,
day.
Thane had
Yeah.
asked me.
Yeah.
Thane had asked me if I was almost home. He knew I probably wasn't home
Yeah.
yet, so it makes sense why he called me in my
Yeah.
mind.
because like if he had like anything to jump.
I
'Cause,
was
like,
30 minutes out though.
Yeah,
so.
but yeah, so he could come and jump it if he had anything. But yeah, I don't think he did. Like he said, what you said, you had like a battery type.
yeah, like a
thing?
battery
Yeah.
charger thing.
Double
Yeah.
A's or something.
So then I decided, you know what, I can drive it home. And so what I do is that when it starts going the fritz, I actually pull off to the side, because when I started it again, it like was like
Putting on the
was
Ritz.
normal. It's like, oh, I guess
Putting
like
on
I
the
have to like
Ritz.
drive and then pull over and stop.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. When you would drive and pull over and stop, and would you turn it all the way off?
Yeah, I would turn it all the way off.
Oh
turn the
my
lights
goodness!
off.
It's
That would
it's a
take more
wonder how
power.
far you
Okay.
got then
Yeah,
doing that.
I know.
That doesn't make
That would take
any
more
sense.
power to turn it off.
You
and turn it
probably
back
could have got
on.
home if you
Yeah.
never done that.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't have gotten home.
Well,
It
you
would've
would
died.
drive a
Yeah.
little bit, pull off to the
no,
road.
No, not a little bit. As far as I could. Then we went on the fritz.
Then the
I'd pull
lights would
over.
start probably freaking out and stuff.
Yeah.
You'd pull over, turn off
And I
the
would
car.
pull over. Never do this, by the way. Make sure to actually like get someone to take you home, and if you can.
Wait though, hold on. I'm trying to understand this. So you're driving home.
I don't know, dude. Whatever.
You see the
whatever-
lights start to dim and start freaking out.
Yeah.
So you pulled off.
Yeah.
You put it in park.
Yeah.
Turned the key off.
Yeah.
And then you turned it back on and started driving again.
No. I waited like 5 minutes.
Then you started driving again.
So-
Then I started driving.
In reality, you would have made it home then probably if
Yeah.
you would have just went all the way home and went for it.
no,
Because
probably
every
not.
time you turned on the car, it wasted
uses-
even more
yeah,
battery than it would
yup.
previously
Oh.
had.
It-
Your alternator wasn't charging up the battery,
Okay.
so it was slowly draining down and down and down. It never getting refilled. So every time you started the car, it took even more battery. You probably could
Well-
have got home, I think.
Well, here's the thing. No matter what, I probably would have made it home because, like, even if I did that, I don't think I had enough charge to make it home. It probably would have died on the way either way.
yeah, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. You never know.
Thing.
Yeah, I never know. But
Thing, I gotta be
anyways,
honest though. Your story's not lining up. Are you sure you were there?
I was there.
So
Trust
when you
me.
called me, were you still at work?
Yes.
Okay. That makes more sense. I was trying
Yeah.
to figure out where that 50 minutes came in from me getting the call from Thane and getting there, and you guys barely said you
Yeah.
barely got there.
Hey Cole, you
Yeah.
barely got to us. Or you got there. Like we hadn't even been there that long. You pulled up. I'm like, wow.
We were literally like, we rolled up, we got
Yeah.
out, popped the hoods, and then you
It
showed
had been
up.
like
Yeah.
We went
30
quick
to
though,
40
dude.
minutes since Thane had
Yeah.
called me, so I just figured he was on the
Oh,
side of the
shoot.
road,
Oh,
looking for help.
Crap.
So yeah. So anyways, we charged it a bit, but like yeah, and since it was the alternate, it wasn't getting enough charge to it. So then we had to charge it. I had to drive home quick. Like
Quick.
I hit a cat. Just
Nice.
kidding. Oh, I'm gone.
You went out of your way
And
to hit the
then
cat.
Cole and his
Fast
brother
enough.
saved Thane's soul.
Yeah.
Because Thane really honestly showed no emotion or care in the world that his car was even dead. He didn't give a
I
rip.
couldn't do anything.
just
like
like-
I'm just gonna.
He's like, I'm not gonna eat out, but I'm gonna walk to the gas station.
Yeah.
baby.
He's like, oh,
I
What?
walked to the
I can't
gas
tell
station.
that one. So I'm
Yeah.
streaming, and I get a knock at the door. I'm like, oh, come in, who's there? And Thane walks in, he's like, hey, do you want anything from the gas station? I'm like, you don't have a car. How
He's
are
like-
you going to get there? He's,
He's
like,
like,
I'm
I'm
going to walk
taking yours.
there.
Yeah.
That was so funny. He's like, I'm taking yours.
The
He's like, I'm going to walk there. I'm like, I don't want anything from the gas station. It'd be like warm and stuff by the time you got to me.
It might. I had a drink. It wasn't warm by the time I walked there. It was still cold. Isn't not that long to walk over there.
How long do you think it took you? Because I don't think you were, I think
I
it'd
bet
been
you
like
it's
30
a
minutes.
I bet you it's a
20
15 there, 15
20
back.
Yeah, 20 minutes. I was fiddling on Pokemon Go. I was playing my fiddle. No, I was playing
no.
Pokemon Go, so I stopped a bit.
You don't do that in public, Thane.
Yeah. So
A lot of kids around, dude.
I got Thane to laugh, guys.
the cops pulled me over. The cops pulled over and asked, "What you doing with your fiddle,
Were
son?"
there cops on bikes or what?
Yeah.
They ring their little
Bike
bell.
cops.
They're on their
Yeah.
bikes. They're like
Yeah.
high speed
No,
pursuit.
they ride unicycles now.
Oh,
Like
gotta
chasing
keep in
after
shape,
you.
right?
Yeah, but no. Anyways, I was playing Pokemon Go. I was doing it, so I stopped a bit. Probably could have taken longer. If I would run, it would probably taken 10 minutes, but I didn't run. So yeah, I walked there. I was when I was gonna go to the gas station. I was like, oh, I really want something from the gas station. I could walk there. I mean, it's not that far.
And you're like, I don't want
It's
to though.
like, you know what? Maybe I'll just play some Pokemon Go while I walk, and I did. So I'll walk there.
Good job,
Maybe I'll do
Thane.
it more often. Probably not.
No, you should. You got exercise. That's
Yeah.
good.
So
Maybe I should just
you
walk
got a
around in
pair.
general.
I've got a story which I, in my own head, thought that this would take up the entirety of the podcast, but instead we argued about probably one of the dumbest things ever, and it
I
took
love
up an
that.
hour.
I think that's such a fun
Who else is gonna
conversation.
argue about that?
No,
It's
seriously.
No one else is gonna have that topic. It's the stupidest.
It's great. It was great.
Okay,
Was it great content?
Yeah, it's great
They-
content.
they
It's
listen-
stupid.
Can I just
You know
tell
what?
my
Here's
story?
the thing. It's stupid.
Okay, go
What I
ahead.
was gonna say is it's
Gonna say it anyway.
You did it like Thane.
Yeah.
And Thane
It's
just
stupid
kept
because it's
talking.
funny.
It's
That's all I
stupid.
want to say.
Leave this man.
It's stupid because it's funny.
Yeah.
That's the
You
podcast
can't
right
phase
there.
him, dude. You can't phase him.
Oh my
Okay.
You yelled "shut up" at him, and he still wasn't going for
Yeah.
it.
You can't phase me, boy. I'm a brick wall.
That's not true. If I say some
Oh.
violent words, you're like, whoa.
He's hiding a harmonica somewhere.
You caught me
Not in
off
his pocket.
guard.
Okay. Anyway, so I have had the longest weekend.
Not in the good way though.
Not in a good way. It was just long. It was long and
there
hairy
a
and
good
hard to
way?
carry.
Yeah, there is. Heck yeah, dude.
Like
I'll have a
I
long,
guess
I
like
had
a
a
4-day
long
weekend, maybe. I guess that's
weekend,
a-
baby.
A 4-day weekend? No,
That's
Cole.
what your
No,
mind
no,
goes
no, no.
I had a long weekend.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Was it the only thing that was long?
Nope.
I'm looking at
But
the
I'm not
camera.
saying it like that. I'm
Solo
saying
lines
it.
to the restroom.
I'm saying it in like, oh my, dude, Lord, that was a long weekend. But anyway, this story starts. So this is Tuesday when you guys are hearing this. We recorded this Monday. So this story starts Friday night. Me, Zay, and the gang, a couple
Probably
other
wondering
guys.
how we got here.
Yeah, Thane and Cole were not. Thane and Cole were not there. We were back in our hometown because we went there to visit, and I was taking my sister and her fiance's wedding photos. And anyway, Friday night we decided that we were gonna go play video games. So Zay generously brought over his Xbox to my grandparents' house where
Did
we
you
would all
bring
hang
your
out.
Xbox, say?
His brothers, sorry.
By the way, like I
We
was in
make
your
a lot
group
of trips,
chat
though.
while you were back at home, and I just kept getting texts. I was getting pretty annoyed. Like this has nothing to do with me.
Oh, yeah, you were in there.
It's like ah.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Okay. Anyway.
Not that I was sad I wasn't there, but you like it was annoying.
I
me.
wasn't
blowing up
getting
my
any
phone. I was
It
like,
was like
shut up.
It was like 11 p.m. when we finally got the games working. We got the game going, and we gamed until about it was like 12:30, 12:30, and we packed up and left. And we live about 20 minutes away from where we were playing games, and so it was about 1 a.m. when I got home, and I couldn't go to sleep. I wasn't really tired because we were just jacked up on Call of Duty and Red Bull. At least I was anyway. And so I watched a couple episodes of a TV show I like, and then it's called iZombie. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, you told me about it.
yeah,
It's
it's about like murder mystery. I like it.
It's a supernatural murder
Yeah.
mystery.
It's cool. You guys should check it out. It's on Netflix. Anyway, the episodes are like 45 minutes long, 50 minutes long, and I watched 2 of them. And so it was like 3 a.m. and I had to wake up at 6:30 to go take my sister's photos. And so I got like 3 hours of sleep, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a long day. So we take her photos, and we got home at a reasonable time. We left at like 6:30, got home around 9:30, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. Well, no, I'm not gonna take a nap because my family's like, hey, we're eating breakfast and hanging out. So we ate breakfast, we hung out, and my sister, who moved to college, she lives about 8 hours away from us, and she was down, and so we hung out with her for a little bit, and she was gonna leave at 1 p.m. And 1 p.m. rolls around. She's like, okay, guys, I'm going to leave. We all said goodbye. And she left. Took her car, and she left. My dad gets a phone call like 30 minutes later, and she's like, oh, hey, my car broke down, and I'm on the freeway.
You laughing at that? Okay.
No,
the car troubles continue. So
Wow.
anyway, my dad is like, okay, we got to go pick her up. We're going to tow her car back. So we drive over there. We drove 3 cars because we were going to give her my car. The car that I'm driving currently right now. The red car from the couple podcasts ago. Was it last podcast?
Last podcast.
The red car from the last podcast we were going to give to my sister, and we were going to tow her car back. And so I drove my car out there, and my dad drove his car out there. So we got 3 cars out here just chilling on the side of the freeway. So we get over there, we look at her car, and all that happened was her inner tire fender came off, and it like freaking it busted out and slapped the side of the door and like put freaking black marks all over the nice white car.
shoot.
Just freaking, it was just a mess. But my dad ripped that out. Well, he unscrewed it, took it off, and nothing else was wrong. And
Really?
yeah, her car was fine.
Oh.
Is there any reason why that happened? Just fluke?
No idea, dude.
Random
But
fluke.
the car was
8 hours?
no, she didn't drive 8. No, she
Oh,
she
that's
got
right,
30
that's
minutes.
right,
She got
that's
30
right.
minutes, and so we're out there. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bro, imagine if you had to drive 8 hours. She was 30 minutes away from her dorm or something. It's like, oh.
Well, that was the thing. So we get out there.
Rip.
We get out there. We only drove like 20, 30 minutes. Got out there, saw her. But what she sent us a picture of her tires, and there was it looked like somebody like chopped one of her tires, and there was something hanging underneath it, and it looked like a piece of a tire. My dad's like, you can't drive that. Like, you probably just chopped your tire up. So we get in there, and my dad pulls the car forward just like a half inch, just so we could see what part of the tire got sliced. Her tire was fine. She drove and parked conveniently on top of a piece of like a semi-truck tire.
Like a bad tire.
Oh.
And it was like, what? So my dad, I don't know, he sat and thought about it for a minute. He's like, you know what? He just didn't feel good about having her drive up there by herself 8 hours. You know, he didn't want anything else to happen to her car. So he's like, hey, let's leave the cars here, and we're going to drive 8 hours right now. It's freaking 2 p.m. on a Sunday. And we did.
Wait. So
Sorry.
what was the vehicle situation? Explain that. You had 3 vehicles,
'Kay,
one of them the
yeah.
trailer, right?
No. So we drove 3 vehicles out there because we were going to leave. I don't even know what the thought process was. All I know is that we were going to give my car to her so she could take it because we thought her car was broken.
Just gonna leave her car on the side of the road for a weekend or something?
Yeah. Well, no, we were. The thing is if we only took one
It's only
car.
30 minutes away though, Cole. So I mean.
Yeah, if
What
we
I was thinking was your dad took his pickup in the trailer and you took your car. You're gonna give her your car and then put her car up on the trailer.
No, he didn't have the trailer with him or the pickup at the time. So we drove
Gotcha.
we drove him and my mom in his car,
Okay,
their
that
little
makes sense.
SUV. We drove
So
it
you were
out
just gonna
there.
leave her car on the side of the road then? If it was
Yeah, and we
broken?
were gonna come back and pick it up because she needed to get back home because
Okay.
she's 8 hours away. And anyway, nothing was wrong with her car. It was completely fine. But my dad felt like he just didn't feel good about her driving up there by herself. So him and I, last second decision, which affected multiple people in our party, Zay included.
I was curious about how Zay got home. I think I know how though.
Yeah. Anyway, so last minute
Wait, no, I
decision,
don't.
and up to this
Pairs.
point, I hadn't showered in a day and a half. Like I was just disgusting. Haven't showered. I was in sweats. I was wearing the same T-shirt I wore for 2 days.
Oh, you
'Cause-
got that cheese up
Yeah,
in
bro.
there.
I had the freaking Gouda, bro. I
Oh.
had the Gouda. My feet reeked, and
Ooh.
Heard
my
you like Gouda.
my hair was just greasy, dude. And we're like, fuck it, dude. We're gone.
Sky.
What?
What'd you just say right now?
No, he's like. Boop, I'm gone.
Good thing you're editing this. I'm not. You're editing this. I'm not.
I didn't say anything.
You said F it, dude.
No,
Except
I said fug.
He said,
Bug it,
he said,
dude.
"Boogie."
Bug.
it sounds
Boogie,
too
dog.
close. That sounds too
I'm
close.
with
dog.
in on this one.
Demonetize
not
us,
gonna lie.
YouTube. Demonetize
Yeah.
us.
They
How
got
dare
us.
you.
YouTube got
I
us,
dare you.
bros. They got us.
No, he's good. I think it's okay.
Yeah,
Just
I didn't
don't
say a naughty word.
Just don't
I
say
said
F.
I said F-U-G.
Just don't say it anymore. It
Yeah,
sounds
it's
too
pretty.
Close.
It was pretty dang
Yeah,
close.
it's-
Look at
it's-
Thane, dude.
Put in
I'm
the
proud of you,
metadata.
Thane.
Put
Give me
in the
some of
metadata.
that.
Put hashtag FUG.
Yeah, F-U-G.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
podcast is sacred. It's holy
Ooh.
ground for me.
Oh
Playthroughs.
my.
Are you serious? You know how many times you've cussed on this thing?
I
just
didn't
left
mean
it in
to.
there.
Playthroughs too,
I didn't
Thane.
mean to.
Yeah,
Playthroughs too. Don't just say you can go free roaming
I'm
playthroughs.
sorry, I can't treat playthroughs the same way.
Well, then start
Why not?
editing more.
Why not? Are
yeah,
playthroughs just
yeah,
a
F him, Cole. He needs to
yeah,
edit
wait,
more.
wait, are
You
playthroughs
edit
just a
more,
dirty
or
little
you-
whore,
or
or what? Would you have to
Uh,
disrespect the playthroughs?
yes.
You can only
I'm
say
just
bad
kidding.
things on playthroughs if you edit as much as us.
I
Okay,
agree.
fine. I will.
Okay.
I'll step up my game.
Good.
We'll see.
You heard it here, folks.
I'm gonna step up my game.
Okay,
and I'm gonna
then
be a
Zelda
master.
video this Saturday.
Curb stomp
Oh
someone.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Episode 26 of Legend of Zelda
Ah!
Breath of the Wild
Okay.
playthrough. Look for it.
Anyway, so we drove 8 hours. It's 1:30 p.m. We drove 8 hours. We get there. It's like 9,
Okay, wait,
9:30.
you never finished the car situation. Did you guys all 3 drive in the same car, or 2 cars separate, or 3
So
cars all
we
the way up?
left my car and my sister's car on the side of the road. Well, we pulled off at a an exit, and we just left them there in like this little dirt lot. And then we got in my dad's car and we drove 8 hours.
All 3 of you.
Oh
Yeah,
my
all three of
gosh.
us.
I would
Why?
never do that.
Why did
I
you
would
give her a
never
car
do that.
still?
Because my dad didn't feel good. He just said he didn't feel good about her driving up there by
Why
herself.
didn't you drive with your car? Give her your car, then you go figure out her car.
Because he didn't feel good about it. Because he drove my car there, and he's just like, yeah, I don't want her to drive this car by herself or her car because she got
Not
30
all the way
minutes.
up there. I'm saying like, you two, you and your sister in your car, your dad in
Takes
his
his own
car.
car, yeah.
Both two separate vehicles drive up. Give her your car, then you and your dad drive back in his car. That way she has a car
Well,
up there, and
he
she's
didn't-
not just carless.
He didn't want her to have a car up there because my car still needs worked on.
Yeah.
And her car needed work on. And he didn't want her to drive up there and have a bumper fly off or something. You know what I mean? Like, why is an inner, like the wheel well bumper thing?
I mean,
in there
that's
falling off?
fine too. I'm just saying like.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And like in my head, like, yeah, why didn't we do that? But he's just like, I don't want her to have a car up there. I want to do work on these cars still. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to let my dad drive up there by himself because he said he was going to drive home in the middle of the night. I'm like, well, that sucks if you're going to drive 8 hours by yourself in freaking the middle of the night. That nobody wants that, you know? So I went with him. We get up there. Everything's cool. And then when we're driving home, dude, like we sat and chatted and it was fine. But I'm clocking, dude. Like I'm almost hitting 24 hours wide awake, dude. Like, and I've done this before. But the only thing is I in the last 48 hours, I only slept 3. So, like, I'm freaking drained, dude. And it's like 4 a.m., and my dad stops talking. And he's the one driving, by the way. He drove pretty much most of the trip. And I had a Red Bull with me and some freaking Takis. But I know that we stopped at Taco Bell before we left. And my dad's like, do you want anything? And I knew if I were to eat a bunch of food, I'd fall asleep. So all I got a spicy soft taco, a potato spicy taco. I'm like, if I eat something spicy, I'll stay awake. So there's nothing in my stomach because I've been in a vehicle all day. So I eat one taco, and I've got a half bag of Takis and a coconut Red Bull. And
Coconut.
I saved.
It's so
Gross.
good. It's so good.
I saved all this, and anyway, it's like 4 a.m. and my dad's like, he stopped talking to me, and then like, you know, when someone's falling asleep, they start drifting, and he knew it, and he's like, dude, like I gotta pull over, you're gonna have to drive, I can't do it, and I'm like, freak, dude, like I told him too, like I was like, Dad, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep right now. He's like, well,
freak, yeah, I am.
he's like, I need you to drive, just do it for an hour. So I get in the driver's seat. And dude, my eyes are like bloodshot. I'm trying to keep myself awake. I'm driving. 1 hour passes by. 2 hours pass by, dude, and everything. I started hallucinating. I've slept 3 hours.
It's bad.
All
dude.
the
It's scary.
lights started turning purple. The middle white paint strips, I started seeing them flying off the road like paper, dude. Like I thought I was like on shrooms or something. And then what scared the hell out of me, like it woke me up, is we were going like this, and I'm freaking hunched up, dude. I got the AC cranked.
White knuckling it.
Yeah, I'm trying everything I can to stay awake, and this big bug comes through and slaps the window. And for some reason, I saw the juice like come through at me, dude. And I'm like, whoa, freaked out like this. And I keep going. I'm like, dude, this is insane. And it was like 6 o'clock. We were still an hour away. And then I saw what looked like to be like a giant clown foot, like a giant clown foot.
Over the window?
No, just off in the distance. And I sat and I looked at it like this. I'm like, dude, I told my dad, I woke him up. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm hallucinating. There's a giant foot out there. So that was it. We pulled over, and he took over, and I don't remember anything. All I know is as soon as I sat down, everything just gone, just completely
Imagine if
gone.
you could fall asleep like that every night. That'd be so
It would be
It's like,
great.
yeah, like-
But anyway, we got home. It was 7 a.m. this morning.
Well, there is a method. Turn on the gas. Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
Whatever happened to the podcast being secret?
Anyway, it's 7 a.m. We get there it was like 7:15, and all my siblings are getting ready to go to school, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go lay down. So I went and slept for another 3 hours. Woke back up. I got 6 hours of sleep for the last 48, and then I got in my car and drove home. I feel awful still.
Yeah.
My nose is running. My eyes hurt. My head hurts.
It's great.
It's great.
Hallucinating, dude. It's fun.
That's what I wanted to
It's
talk about
fun.
specifically on this
It
episode.
sucks, but it's like it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, that's what I
I've
wanted to
never-
talk
I've
about was
never-
hallucinations. Because
You've
I
never
saw
been awake that
weird
long?
stuff, man.
I've never even hallucinated about anything.
Oh my gosh, it's
Uh,
so wild.
You know, I know I shouldn't do this, but I kind of want to see what it's like to have 48 hours with no sleep.
Oh,
Listen,
it's,
hey,
dude, it's not fun, but it's like an experience.
Yeah. Because what's crazy?
It's like what Cole gets out of going and sitting at a diner or
Yeah.
a fast food restaurant.
what I thought was weird though is like my body started to feel light. Like my arms, I couldn't feel them anymore. I felt floaty. Like I literally felt like I was just gonna float like a balloon up into the freaking car. Dude, it was just, I don't know. Everything about me was just shutting down completely. But we didn't get in a car wreck because I'm here.
I could barely stay awake for like 24 hours at a time.
I know we're gonna have to do that 24-hour live stream, but
Oof.
I guarantee during that there's gonna be some hallucinating.
Yeah.
I thought
Bro, I'd
When,
love to push through it.
when
I'd love
Skylar
to try to go for
when
36.
Skylar
Yeah.
first said, "Hey, we're gonna do a 24-hour live stream someday," And I was like, all right, cool. We'll just do it in shifts then, right? He's like, no, dude, we're all staying up. I'm
Yeah,
like,
well, it's like,
how, dude? I
everyone gets
can't.
sleep-
I
everyone gets
legitimately
sleep time.
can't stay awake that long.
I don't know if I could do it either. Like,
Oh, of course you
What?
can, Thane.
no, like,
Zane, out of all people, I believe
Oh,
could.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
no, I
Thane,
feel like-
Thane
They can
and
stay
Thane
up and
and
do
Thane and Zay
stuff.
can do it. Zay has the willpower to push through garbage.
I don't
like
know.
that.
Like, I'm thinking, well, actually, when I come home, I think I'll watch a few YouTube videos and then I start falling asleep. It's because I've literally worked. I should just learn. You know what? I could just watch these YouTube videos tomorrow. Just go to
Or
sleep. Just go to sleep.
Just
There you go.
no.
Yeah.
There you
Take
go,
a
son.
shower, hop in the bed, worry about everything tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like what I wanted to talk about
You've
specifically
got a
was
gas
just
leak. I'll worry about it tomorrow.
I just wanted to talk specifically about hallucinating, but it sounds like only Zay and I have hallucinated before.
Oh.
And this is like drug free. I can't speak. I've never done shrooms or any psychedelic thing.
Don't
to
do drugs.
hallucinate. Just lack of sleep, dude. Honestly.
Don't do drugs at all.
Do you
I
have
would
any
not
good
recommend it.
hallucinations, sightseeing, Zay?
It's just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've hallucinated without.
Without sleep?
No, but like sleeping. I've hallucinated before. So like I don't know. It's just hallucinating. Just different. It's a different game. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Until you've done it, like you don't. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. Cause I remember staying awake for 24 hours. I remember I went to work. I got home at night. I stayed up all through till the next day. Then I went to work again, and it was so bad. The next day at work, like I was hearing things, like I was hearing voices. Like it's weird, man. It's a really weird experience.
It's crazy. My dad, so after I told my dad, like, the hallucinating this morning when we were talking, we were both awake, and he told me some of his hallucination stories because he's done construction his whole life, so he's always had to, like, drive to different states to pick up equipment and stuff, and he is the type of person that'll go through a drive-through because he hates stopping. He hates going in and stopping. And what I mean by that is
Commendable.
he doesn't want to. He'd rather drive straight through the night than get a hotel and chill. You know what I mean? But he said there was one time it was him and another guy. They were pulling 2 trailers that they went and picked up in a different state. They were like 15 hours away, so they drove 15 hours there, picked up the trailers, and then they were just gonna drive 15 back straight through. So they're running on
so
almost.
brutal.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
gosh.
like a day and a half with no sleep. And
Oy.
it was, my dad said it was the middle of the night, and he said when he was driving, trying to stay awake, he's in one truck, the other guy's in the other truck, and he said that he saw a car, and he was driving, and a car was coming at him, like on the other side, and it just started flying. Took off, dude, started flying. And so,
Spirit in the sky.
yeah, so he pulled over. He pulled over and stopped, and then his other buddy pulled over and stopped. He's like, "Hey, man, we got to get a hotel. Like, I'm seeing stuff." And the other guy's like, "Me too, bro." Anyway.
He's like, you see that car fly? He's like, yeah.
dude. But I don't know. For me, like, I knew I started to hallucinate when all the lights, like headlights, dude, everything started turning purple, like almost like a UV light, that color. But yeah, I guess it's probably a good thing we saved this to the end because you
Yeah.
guys don't have any hallucination
Sorry,
stories.
bro.
Stay awake longer, Cole.
Cole.
No, I
Cole,
can't. I need
Cole.
like 6 or 7 hours of sleep.
Cool. Let's do when we do the 24-hour stream. Let's try to push through it until you start hallucinating. As soon as you start hallucinating, we'll let you go to sleep.
Even
Good
if
idea.
I
even
think
if,
he would start hallucinating like 18 hours
Yeah.
awake.
if I
19
start
hours,
hallucinating,
20.
I'll still
I've-
go. I want to see what I want to see. Like if I'm playing a game and the character just like pops out and talks to me and said, "Hey,
What's
I just
crazy
want to tell
is
you
like
everything's gonna be all right."
in high
gonna be fine.
school, it was no sweat staying up all night and not going to bed at all.
I know, me too.
No sweat. Now I if I don't have sleep, I am not functional the next day.
Dude, what's crazy though is, your mind just becomes mush. Like
Yep.
it's hard to talk. It's just you can't hear anyone. Like you're hearing everything inside, but you can't hear anyone what they're saying. It's weird.
I
We
figured
wouldn't be
out.
able to carry on a conversation. It
I-
would be funny to watch.
I
but
think
it'd
it would be
weird to-
equivalent to like somebody that's drunk, dude, honestly. But I do have a remedy, not a remedy, but a horrible solution to help
Tips and
yourself stay
tricks.
awake. Because this is what I did. Is I had a bag of Talkies and I would just stick it in my mouth.
Put 'em in like the gums.
No, I wouldn't
Burn.
I wouldn't
Gummits.
do that. because my gums are receding around my molars, and I really need to take care of them.
Oh, sheet.
I'm very conscious of it.
Christ,
It's
that's
because
personal information.
well, I found out from my dentist that I brush too hard. So
Oh.
Yeah.
anyway,
Because he doesn't put water
Side
on his
note.
toothbrush when he
no,
brushes.
well, that's not it.
Just
I would say
saying.
80 to 90% of the time I use water, but if Thane's in there pooping, I'm not just gonna be like, oh hey Thane, let me cop a fuel of water, you know.
You have water in the sink in
Yeah,
the
I'll go brush
kitchen.
in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
No.
I'll brush in there.
Anyway, what I did is I would just my stomach was empty, like I said, because I had a taco at like 9 p.m. the night before.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I give you ulcers if you eat all that toast Takis.
Oh, I know. I felt horrible,
Yeah, dude,
dude. It
that'll
was
give you
just
stomach
Takis on an
ulcers.
empty stomach. I'll never do that again. But it worked, baby. You best believe it. I stayed the hell awake eating those suckers. and
Just
they-
the fact of you
Oh.
eating food, I think, is what does it. If you're just eating something,
yeah, I would.
that's
agree
why
with
chewing
that.
gum's really good when you're
But
trying to fall
The
asleep too.
reason I picked Takis though is because they were hot, and like when I eat hot things, it's like stimulates me. You know, I'm awake. But I don't know. I mean, you could just pull over and sleep like a normal person. I would recommend that. Hey, listen, I'm not promoting like drowsy driving, okay? If you start hallucinating, don't get to that point. Pull over, take a nap, okay? This is a message from our sponsor, Stitch Fix.
Life alert.
Have you ever fallen asleep while driving, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I have too.
I've gotten into
Yeah.
a gnarly accident. It was a
Oh
almost,
shoot! You actually
almost
crashed.
accident. Almost accident, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
my
I
I
got
can
gosh.
tell you about that, but I don't
got
know.
in an
That might be for
accident.
another time.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Nah,
then.
let's
You
go.
tell yours.
We're on
No,
the
no.
we're on the topic. Let's do
Alright.
it.
Oh no, here's
one
the short
story
one.
each or
Okay,
one
here's the
story?
short one. This is
Okay.
something personal. So, me and my dad, not too personal, but I'll cut out some details. So, me and my dad, we were driving to Twin, and
What time was it?
I should have.
It's like
should've-
40
Time.
minutes, by the way. 40-minute drive.
You can do like time
Yeah.
or anything like that, or like time
Yeah,
of day
so-
or.
Yeah. So he wanted to like get in like kind of the morning, like kind of like 10 o'clock ish. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I stayed up pretty late. I should have went to bed, but then I went to sleep.
Probably at 5.
Yeah, something like
never
that.
sleep.
I know,
He
yeah.
says it.
So and then I it's like, all right, then come on, get up. We're gonna get your car. It's like we go get the car. It's from some like Russian dude. Or some Ukrainian, somewhere around that.
Doesn't
region.
matter,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He had an accent. He was like, he had an accent like this.
He just wanted
So-
to do the
What was his
accent, I'm
name?
sure.
You know what? We
Yeah.
need to go search your car, dude. Make sure
Yeah.
there's not any freaking bugs in there.
Paraphernalia in there.
Oh,
It's too
probably
late
yeah.
now, dude. He's been
It-
caught.
Yeah. So anyway,
What was
it's
the guy's
been
name?
years-
Was his
it's
name
been years-
Phil?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know his
It was
name.
Reznov.
So, anyways, my dad probably shouldn't have. Like said, I probably should have went with the deal, because when we got in the car, it smelled like cigarette smoke. It was bad. It's like, oh.
That's the
So
worst.
I had to.
That's
it
such
took
the
a-
worst.
It took me a while to air it out, or all the cigarette smoke. It doesn't smell like cigarettes anymore.
It doesn't actually.
Just
I
use a
never
lot of
even
Febreze.
knew.
Kind of a little
Yeah.
bit.
A lot of Febreze.
I never even knew.
When
Oh,
it's
really?
hot, like when it's hot,
I can smell it.
like a
Yeah.
midsummer's
Now that I
day, you
know,
can
I
smell
probably
it.
will smell
Yeah,
it, but
when I was like when it when the summer like came, like the first summer came in the car, like it was when we got in the winter, like I think February, and it was
Question,
cold.
Thane, how much did you pay for that car? Just out of curiosity.
You
You don't have to say.
Uh,
if
You
you
can say it
don't
off
want
stream if you want.
It was I would say it's in the I'd say it's like around 3,000. It was around
to.
$3,000.
No way, dude. That's a-
Deal.
That is the deal of a
That's what,
lifetime.
Yeah.
When he told me, dude, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Cause, dude,
Just so you know, I'm
honestly,
still paying for it.
of
but,
all of
yeah.
our cars, for sure, 100%, Zane Thanes drive the best. I would arguably say that Thanes drives better, and Thanes' car's
Yeah.
older.
Yeah,
Mine
it's a
was
2007 Toyota Camry.
Depends.
Oh shoot.
It depends.
2005.
Mine doesn't run
Yeah.
out. It doesn't break down. I've never had
Yeah.
issues with my car. But if I don't put gas in it, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well,
But besides that,
Yeah. Well,
I don't like
With
how
the
close,
battery.
like cramped up your car is. Like everything.
oh,
is
it's
right
compact.
there.
It's
I don't
compact.
like
I know that. I can't.
mine's worse
I
as far as that goes.
Oh yes, but Thane's got a lot of space. I can get that one.
anyways, long story short, we get there. It's like you're saying, like, this car feels kind of weird, and he says like the when you drive, it like kind of like veers.
Drifts.
So,
It drifts a little.
Yeah, drifts a little. I haven't
Yeah.
really had that problem. Well, I haven't noticed it. So like, here's the thing. Take this. I'm just gonna drive it. It's like, and I could have totally drove the car home, but anyways, I'm driving my sister's car, and
Oh no.
and I get home, and I'm almost home, and I'm like trying to keep myself
You're
awake.
slapping yourself
Yeah.
and all that.
And and I'm on like, and I go to normal, and I'm on like a not a busy road, and I fall asleep, I drift, and I wake up, and I see another car coming right for me, I'm like, and then I swerve, and I try to stop, and I hit a side of a sign and do a scratch right on the car. I'm like, and I pull over there, and I go out, and I'm like, oh no, and there's this big scratch right there. I'm like, oh no, no. And I have to, and the lady pulls over, and it's like, oh my gosh, you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm fine. It's like, are are you on medications or something? She says like, no, I'm just really tired. It's like,
I'm just tired.
I had a seizure.
all right, I'm gonna, and what she does, like, she shouldn't have done this. We should have still exchanged. She's like, all right, I'm gonna call the police. I'm like,
You should have just said no. It's fine.
yeah, it's like, no, it's fine. I should have said no, it's fine, but I don't know if I could I don't know if I was the voice of reason here at that moment.
She probably thought you were drunk.
Yeah.
That's probably she's like, oh, she get this
And
guy.
then
like,
and then the cop comes and he literally does like the drunk test on me. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my! I think you
Thought
told me
were
about
drunk,
this,
dude.
I don't remember that part.
it's like, are you kidding me? It's like,
Do you make
all right,
you
you're gonna
walk?
sit in this car and I call someone and bring you because you're not driving home. It's like, I'm fully awake now. I'm pretty sure I can drive home. It's like, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part about it. 'Cause
Yeah,
when you do
and
something like
then-
that, you are awake after. Like, whoa, man.
Actually, Thane,
So what
you
happened? What
told
else?
this story
Yeah.
on season
Yeah.
1 of the podcast.
Yeah, I did.
We're
but-
revisiting. I didn't see this one. I
Yeah,
didn't see
but and my dad's like, why don't you pull over somewhere? It's like, I don't know. I thought I could make it home, but yeah, if I was tired, I really should have pulled over.
greedy. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I got greedy. Yeah. But yeah. But then we got all figured out. We got the scratch out. It looks really nice. Like if she still has the car, I'm
How
not
much
sure.
how much did you have to pay out of pocket?
Well,
Insurance.
I had to go to court for it. I had to like.
oh my gosh! Really?
Yeah, like. Because actually, oh yeah, I got charged for reckless driving.
Oh,
So there we go.
That's on your record.
I forgot that detail.
Man, you really got screwed over by
That's
that
on your
lady.
record.
Yeah, that's on my record.
That lady screwed you
Yeah, she-
over
yeah,
she
so
did. She
put you
bad.
through
I should
loop,
have not.
dude.
I should have really told her, "Don't call the police."
should've
Like,
said-
please.
No,
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah, you should have been like, no, F you.
If you
Yeah.
would have hit her, then I could
But
see
here's the
why.
thing,
But my
I
goodness, that lady
damaged-
screwed you.
I damaged the
She
sign.
probably doesn't even know.
I
She had
damaged
no
the
idea
sign.
what
What was
Hey.
it, like a no parking sign or something?
It's like this sign that's like, I think it was like it was like just this tiny sign,
And
like
slow children playing.
things for like items for sale. I can't remember what they're selling. Was on this house. So like they sell
shit.
stuff. And in the end, like the court also decided I had to pay for the sign, so I just paid for that. But
How
like
much
my
was it?
dad, it's like $200 or something. Yeah, I know. I was like,
blows,
dang it.
bro.
This is just before I moved. I had to pay it just before I moved here.
Oh,
That's why I was
My
kind of I was kind of like
goodness.
short on money
yeah.
when I first came
I
here.
can see you still paying for the sign. Like go back
Yeah.
later to the people and say, "Hey, I
Yeah.
hate your sign." Like, but man,
bro,
dude,
that
that lady. I
blows.
bet,
Yeah.
like what Zay said. I bet she didn't really think
Yeah.
anything of it. She's probably just like, "Oh man, what do we do when somebody has this problem?
She's like,
we
oh
call
yeah,
the cops."
let-
That's
the
what-
police will make
They
it
will-
better.
yeah,
Like,
exactly,
shut up,
yeah.
you.
you keep the cops out of it, okay?
You
Yeah.
showed.
Unless somebody hits you, then
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to call
yeah,
the cops.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
first thing you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since in that case, but the thing is, she was probably thinking you were
Yeah.
on something.
Yeah, I know.
That's what-
I was
Yeah,
tired.
she could have
tired.
thought one of two
She
ways.
thought you were doing drugs or something, bro. Probably
Man,
just higher than the.
That
Man, they
sucks,
just-
dude.
man, they think a brother's on drugs, but really he's just tired from all night from his kids. I don't know.
From
But
the-
anyways,
You gotta work
But
that bit
the
That
out.
thing,
sucks.
Yeah.
I think your biggest downfall is most people fall asleep early in the morning or late at night. You
Yeah.
fell asleep at like,
in the
11,
morning.
Prime
I was
time. Yeah,
driving.
prime
I was
time.
driving though. That's the
understand,
worst
but
thing.
if it's 11 a.m. to like noon,
Yeah, people
That's
don't fall
midday,
asleep
bro.
then.
that was
prime
it
time,
wasn't
dog.
it wasn't like it was like more like 3 o'clock in the
that's
afternoon.
still bad.
2
That's
o'clock.
still
This
bad.
is just before I had to go to work too.
2 in the afternoon.
I was like,
Were you late for work?
no,
Oh,
I
okay,
made
okay.
it time for work, but I was like, man, this sucks.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, and now
That's
Now-
a
that one's
sad,
a-
sucky
and now is
story,
the
dude.
time I have to go to work in like 10 minutes, so we better wrap this up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thane actually goes to work tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dog.
I worked the graveyard shift.
He
if
works
I
the
haven't mentioned
night
that before.
shift,
Okay, Zay,
baby.
you got one?
I didn't realize it was that late.
Okay, it doesn't top that, but
Yeah.
it could have been. It's always could have been. So so Colby and I, we had met here,
in this town. We had gone to our hometown. We were coming back to drop her off at her car. So this was like probably December, January, so it was snowing. It was like a blizzard outside, and I had to work the next day. I'm like, okay, I got to go back. I can't stay. So I dropped her off, and we parted. And then I went and got gas, and then on the way home, I was exhausted. So it was probably like 12 or 1, and I have the music turned all the way up. I have the window down. I'm like sticking my head out occasionally, trying to keep myself awake. But eventually it just gets me. And then, so I'm going probably with the snow, it's like falling down. There's not that many cars out, but you can't even see, probably hear the TV, you couldn't even see.
Yeah.
Or like to the wall.
Oh,
of
wow.
snow. So probably like 10 feet, 15 feet, couldn't see in front. So I was going pretty slow, like probably like 40. And you're supposed to go like 70, probably 70, 75. And I was going like 40, even that, like if that. And I was going, and I was in, so it's like a two-sided freeway or highway, whatever you want to call it. So there's 2 lanes on the right side, and there's like the median, and then you cross over to the other side. So I was on the right side of my side, and I was going like 35 to 40. I start to fall asleep. So I start to like fall asleep, and I can feel myself like going. And then as I come back to, I had drifted over. Let's see. Yeah, so I had drifted over into the left lane, so I was like in the middle at this point. So what I did is I freaked out, so I went to correct myself, and my tires, and then not, like I have no traction at all. So like I corrected, I did a full 360. So I went like this. I'm going down, I'm going straight, and I do a full 360 across the road, and I'm going like probably like 30 to 35. So like I'm going pretty fast sideways.
Yeah.
And like I'm like completing the turn, and by the time like I finished the turn, my back tires were sticking. So like here's the road, I'm sticking off the side of the road, and here's my front tires up here, and my back tires were off like into the gravel.
Oh, wow.
And the snow had just started falling, so I'm like, okay, if I can't get out, like I'm screwed, and I have to call somebody. And it was like 1 in the morning. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I put it I just put it in gear, and luckily there was not that much snow on the ground, and there like it wasn't iced over or anything. So I caught traction. I got back up on the road, and I just the whole way home, I was fine. I didn't hit anything. I didn't hit any signs. I didn't hit anything. So I just drove home, like just white knuckling, like shaking the whole time, like probably 30 miles an hour. It took me forever to get home.
Gosh.
You
Bro.
said Colby was with you?
No, I was by myself.
Oh.
I
Dude,
remember when you told me.
I'm just thinking if someone was out there, like I would have hit. If I would have hit something, it would have been a completely different story. Or if I would have went off the road, like I would have to call somebody to come get me. It's like 3 in the morning. It's blizzard outside.
Oh,
Dang, dude.
I got lucky considering the situation, but it was insane going like 35 like sideways down the freeway. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
See, mine's nowhere near that. Mine's even less dumb. Or mine is less
No,
bad.
mine
I
was
shouldn't
dumb.
say dumb.
Mine was dumb.
Mine's less bad.
Don't drive when
Well,
you're tired. That's
yeah.
the moral of the story.
Well, I got
You got a dip?
a couple other stories. We'll have to save that for the next time.
Okay, but let us finish real quick.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
So mine's real quick. I used to date a girl that lived 3 hours away from me, and so every other weekend I would drive down there to see her. And usually I would leave Sunday night, but she was going on a trip. She was going to go out of the country. She was going to some European country, and she was going to be gone for a month. And so typically I would come home on Sunday nights, and 3 hours, it's not that bad. But she's like begged me to stay. She's like, hey, just stay and then leave in the morning. Wake up at like 5 or 6 and leave. And I'm like, bro, if I stay, I know we're not going to sleep. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is, dog. So
Go
anyway,
look on my
she conned me
door.
into staying because she was leaving Monday afternoon to get an airplane to fly. And I had work the next morning, and I called my dad to see if I could get it off. He's like, no, we need you. It's a big pour. I'm like,
No.
sure, fine, whatever. So 5 a.m. rolls around, and I set an alarm too. I'm like, okay, I got to get up at 5 a.m. I think we were just hanging out on her couch, and 5 a.m. rolls around. I wake up, I get up. I'm like, okay,
Lifeless.
we didn't sleep though is the problem. So I set the alarm pretty much just to remind myself I need to go. So it hits 5 a.m. and I'm like, okay, dude, like I'm out. So we did our thing, and I take off. I'm leaving. So it's like 5:30, 6 a.m., and I haven't slept a wink, dude. and I'm freaking driving. And I did exactly what Zay did. I cranked up my music. I jacked my AC up, dude. I was slapping my face. I would always reach back here and I'd like
Pull your hair.
I'd pull the back of my
Yeah.
hair.
Ooh,
I
kinky.
always
Pull the
try
hair,
that, and it never seems to work. Like
It works
like,
for me. I grab my arm
yeah.
hair too.
Yeah.
I just do
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
owie.
Yeah, that would probably work, but I don't know.
Pull hard enough.
I tried
Yeah.
everything, and then I grabbed a pen. I was like just slowly stabbing my leg, trying to stay awake. Bro, I try everything. I tried
Yeah.
everything.
I'll
man.
bite myself too. I bite
Yeah.
like my hands, my arms. I'll do
Yeah.
it all.
And then this is what happened. I remember this. This is right before I fell asleep. I could feel myself going. So I like tried to flex out. I grabbed my steering wheel and just squeezed it as hard as I could. And then I yelled. I was just yelling from the top of my lungs. And that was like it, dude. I remember I stopped. And then all I remember is freaking you hit the what are they called? The sleep things? The burn,
Yeah,
yeah, that thing. I hit
Yeah.
that, dude, and I wake up and I like freaking come back over like this. And after that, I was so scared because that was the first time I've ever fallen asleep behind the wheel. I was terrified.
Wait,
dude.
wait.
Bro.
If you went to like grip the steering wheel and screamed, that probably took energy.
I know.
That was not a
Looking back.
smart
No,
idea.
it wasn't. Because after I did that, that's when I slowly just faded.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just when you're so tired, you don't think like that though. You're just
No,
like,
you don't
is
think
this
at
is
all.
this gonna help or not? You don't think like that. You're just like whatever.
But the
Just
worst,
rah, rah.
the worst part about that whole thing is I had to go work a 12-hour shift after that. That
Oh
was
my
horrible.
gosh. Ooh.
And
about
the
you?
moral of the story is girls suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they
I don't
do.
know. I don't know. I know I've
Don't
fallen
knock on my
asleep
door.
on like drives and stuff. I've got a pretty lengthy story about me falling asleep. This is a middle of the day story as well, so I guess I can relate to Thane.
Behind the wheel.
Let me shorten the story to just the gist of it. So my best bud broke his leg, not his ankle. Broke his leg skiing. We're
Ice
probably
skating.
2 hours. Yeah, ice skating. Excuse me,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
skiing. Ice skating. We're about 2 hours away from home, and we called his mom and said like, "What should we do?" He's like, "Oh, take him home, bring him home, and we could bring him to the clinic because we don't have any like insurance people that are gonna do anything for us up there, where we were." So I'm like, "Okay." And mind you, this is like a big group date, by the way. So my best friend had a date, and I had a date, and we're both driving back in the car. And you know me, I'm a pretty awkward dude around girls, and I just don't get to talking.
But he's cute though, so that's what they like.
that's all I got going for me.
They also like
sorry,
the awkwardness
ladies.
though, Cole. They like the awkwardness.
Not like this awkward. Like it was pretty bad. For like the 2 hour, it was like an hour and a half drive. Like we really didn't talk much. And I definitely fell asleep like once, and I was pretty calm about it, the way I fell asleep. Like no one even noticed.
No.
Cool, you had,
Oh
you had
my
lives. You had lives
Yeah.
in your hand.
What? Passengers! Oh shoot! Like it was more of like a fall asleep than wake up. Like I think millisecond, maybe seconds.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
actually know.
Little quick
I
power
could
nap,
have
no one
been out for a
notices.
minute and just like drove like slept drive perfectly. Who even knows at this point? All I know is that I talked about it with my date. I'm like, yeah, dude, sorry about that drive, by the way. I kind of fell asleep at one point. And she's like, oh, you did? I'm like, yeah. I thought it'd be a funny, like, joking, like,
She's like, well, you could have killed us.
I don't know if she
Did she
thought
dump you
about
after
it.
that?
I don't know. We went on a date after that. That was about it, though.
There you go.
Gosh, Cole, you had other lives.
I
on
didn't
this.
even think about it. Well, the honest problem is because we weren't talking and hanging
Yeah.
out. On the way up, we were all talking, hanging out with one another. We were like playing music and stuff, having a good time. Silent the whole way. No
Talking
music
helps
even.
so much.
It was so awkward. Like I felt it would be awkward to turn on music, and so I was just.
Talking helps so
I was
much.
a dumb
It's
kid,
crazy.
dude. I was a dumb kid.
We've all been there. The point is, guys, is if you're tired, pull over, sleep a
Yeah.
wink. Don't risk
The
it.
point is, guys, if you're on a date with a girl or a boy,
Make it work.
Please talk to them.
Yeah.
Don't.
or if
don't
you're
make it
by yourself
awkward.
and you don't want to stop and sleep, at least stop like a rest stop, get out and like do. I've done it before,
Jumping
like
jacks,
jumping
yeah.
jacks. You run around a little bit. That will help too. So
chew on something, get something to eat. That's also a helpful thing.
Yeah, mint. Will
Make
wake
yourself
you
have
up.
to drink a bunch of water. Make yourself have to pee real bad.
oh, that helps too. Actually, yeah, and you get that
If you
against
like
you.
them, I'd
Yeah.
recommend sunflower seeds. They keep you
Yeah,
awake.
Thane's right. That's a good one.
But I can't eat them because of my braces.
Oh,
Well,
that
I haven't
sucks.
You're getting
I
them
haven't
off soon, though.
Yeah, I'm not getting them off anytime soon. I'll have jaw surgery. I'll be in the wire for 8 weeks, and then I'm gonna be back in them for like
So
probably 9 months.
are you gonna want all this like process to be recorded?
You're
If
gonna
you
have to
want
do it. I don't know
yeah.
if we'll be able to be invited into your
Yeah.
surgery.
Yeah, I mean they can. I mean they usually do record it, so maybe I can ask for the footage.
Well, we'll figure it out. But guys,
Anyways.
that is the end. This is the longest episode. Thicky, this is a shout out to you because I know you wanted it.
Yeah.
We did this for you,
This is
friend.
the-
The
We did this
longest.
for you.
This is the longest podcast episode we've done
Yeah.
in years.
And I gotta go work, so I'm gonna
You dip.
preemptively leave.
He's
Okay.
gonna dip.
See you later.
See you,
See you next
Than.
podcast.
We'll roll out the rest of the
Okay,
show.
then we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna record till you get back, and then
We're gonna do
you can
another
jump on again.
5 hours just for Thicky.
Yeah.
7-hour podcast.
I'm hallucinating over here. Like, wow, guys, I'm doing it. Look,
Oh my gosh.
Sonic's coming out of the wall.
Dude, you think do you think a game marathon would be hard to do? Think about a podcast marathon.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
don't. Could we run?
gosh.
I think we'd run out of things to talk about.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know, dude.
I don't
I don't-
think so.
Dude, if we had enough topics, like if we go onto Reddit, we watch videos, like we kind of just like
I mean, granted, that's basically what the 24 marathon's gonna be. It's gonna be us playing games, talking about stupid. We gotta. What I realized when we do our commentaries, there's like 2 things we need to work on. We need to work on
not singing.
not 3 things. We need to like consistently talk about stupid crap, and if it's like a story-based game, we need to make sure that we're not talking over
Of
the
the
cutscenes.
characters.
You know how many
Yeah,
people have
There's-
complained?
I know. There's the 2 things we need to have consistent stupid conversation like we do with our podcast,
So be funny.
but not talk at the wrong time.
We're
Thanks for
working
listening
on
to
it.
the podcast,
Yeah,
everybody. We
thank you,
appreciate your
everyone.
guys'
Yeah.
support
I
and
hope
all
you
your
enjoyed this one.
listening for this long.
Thank-
Please
Thanks.
comment what our question we had asked earlier.
I
Please
don't know who's
comment.
editing.
Dine
It's either
in or
me and
dine
Sky,
Yeah.
and I think it's actually me this week.
If you could, even if it is me, could you do it?
I'll do it this
eat
week.
in
It's
or
just
eat
audio.
out.
I don't know what I'm gonna throw
I'm-
up. You're
I'm-
gonna see some fun stuff, maybe. I don't know.
shoot.
They ruined the set.
That's
All right.
like sneeze number 7. Hold on, we got to roll out the red carpet for ourselves. We got to talk about, guys. Go follow our social
Plugs.
media. We post a lot of funny clips from our podcast, funny clips from our gameplay.
I don't know about a lot, but we try.
We need to do more.
What we
We're
should
working on
do,
it.
I figured it out. You remember how you said Zay used to run the social medias a little bit?
Yeah.
All we gotta do is just get clips and give them to him, and he can upload them.
Well, what we could do too is, I don't know. You need. Eventually, I bet you could do it on this computer too. But if we got you an editing program, dude, maybe we'll just let you take over the podcast, dude. You could do highlights of it and then just do the full thing. What do you think of that?
Do you guys want to do clip channel like with funny clips?
thought-
or just
No, I'm
keep it all
talking
on
about.
one
I'm
thing?
talking about just like a podcast highlights channel.
That's clips. Yeah,
A
that's what I'm talking
YouTube
about.
channel for it? No, don't make a YouTube channel for it.
You don't think make
I don't
podcast
think-
clips?
I don't think we're in a stage in a
Yeah,
period where we
that's
can
true.
make multiple YouTube channels
That's
and
true.
expect both of them to grow
So then where would we put? Would we just put the
Maybe all in the
clips?
same one.
on
Well,
YouTube or not YouTube.
Make like
on
a
Twitter.
Just
playlist.
Twitter and
You can make like a
Instagram.
playlist or something. Even on the
You
YouTube.
could do a
make
playlist, yeah. But
yeah.
I'm thinking of if it's like clips and stuff, just Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we could do a
yeah,
playlist, like a small
we
one.
could talk about that after this because I actually want to show you guys something that I've been thinking about too. Anyway,
Okay.
but yeah, guys, go follow our social media, radkatz, on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch.
If you want to join the Discord, just ask.
Yeah, please do. We need to fix that too. Maybe you can help us.
Is
Cole.
something wrong with the Discord?
The Discord link on Twitch doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It never does. I
F,
hate 'em.
dude.
They're the worst.
We'll invite you.
Yeah.
We can send you a
I,
code.
yeah, we can get you in.
Actually, go if you click on see on our YouTube banner up there to the top right. There's a Discord link up there. Click that.
Right by our beautiful mugs.
Yes, which we're updating those as well. Spoiler alert. But also next week, or excuse me, this Sunday. So this Sunday, what is that? September. Someone got a date.
What's tomorrow? 22nd. Yeah. So yesterday was the 15th. Yeah, 22nd.
So Sunday, September 22nd at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we are doing our very first ever live stream podcast. So we're going to stream episode 15 of Talking Rad to you guys on Twitch at twitch.tv/radkatz.
And honestly, with that, if people are like engaged, I'm cool with doing that as long as people like
that could be a 2 or
ask
3 hour
questions and like they want us to talk. Then
The
I'm
real
totally down
the real
with.
question is like the format. Are we gonna like be interactive with chat or just do our normal thing and have people just watch it live?
We could do. We
Honestly,
could do
I think
both.
we could do both. I don't. Maybe just healthy. It would be kind of weird just interacting with the chat the entire time. And then
Exactly. Yeah, that was my
So
thoughts.
if we just pull like a question from there each time, like maybe we can have them like give us
Like we can have
topics.
a question part.
Yeah,
a question
they give us
section.
topics or
Yeah.
something, and then we can just talk about it and go on like we normally
and
do.
maybe we
but-
can tell people that at the beginning, be like, "Hey guys, listen.
Yeah, that'll work.
We're doing our podcast. We're just doing our regular show. So if we're not reacting to chat, forgive us. We are reading what you're saying. We're just not very responsive. But then we'll do like a Q&A part.
Yep, I agree. That'll
That's
work.
the move. But yeah, guys, be sure to tune
That's
in for
next
that.
week.
We're gonna talk about this during the week too.
Yeah.
So
We'll
And,
promote
and
it.
tomorrow, guys,
Or if we-
tomorrow.
if we play any games together, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, tomorrow. Down here, I'm gonna be doing the laundry. So I'm calling right here. The podcast knows I'm doing my laundry tomorrow, so no one else can use it.
So when you guys are listening to this, Cole may or may
'Kay.
not have done his laundry. It takes Cole like 4
It
days to do
does.
his laundry.
I'm really bad because I always forget I have
Bro, he
it.
leaves his clothes and then they smell so
Sometimes
bad.
I set alarms, and then I haven't been setting alarms past couple times I've done it. And so if they smell bad, I just run them through again, and,
Then he
and I
does it, like,
forget
3
again. And just
times.
run it. It's a mistake. It's a problem.
Okay, well I won't do my
Um,
laundry till next week.
Is there anything else we need to drop down? Guys, YouTube videos. Every YouTube video, new day. That's every video, every day, new video.
We-
YouTube.
We have a lot of like funny ideas, but if you guys ever have any ideas for like videos, then
Like
send
the
them our
skits and
way,
stuff we do too.
and we'll definitely do it. We'll maybe throw our own twist on it, but we'd love
Yeah.
some ideas. We'd love to do like what you guys would like to see.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
And also, for anybody that made it this far into the podcast, look forward to our Minecraft series coming out.
Oh,
This is the exclusive
yes.
take you get to hear about it.
Yes.
If you've made it to 1 hour and
Yeah.
15 minutes into the podcast, you get the exclusive take on our Minecraft series.
Or if they skip through to the end to see if we'd have anything like that.
I don't think anyone will ever do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a legit Minecraft anime intro. It's gonna be
Super
like
pumped.
a TV
Oh,
series
killed it.
of
It looks
Minecraft
good.
hardcore. There's gonna be excitement. There's gonna be things
Drama.
happening. Very much so drama. Yelling at each other, laughing with each other.
Yeah,
It's a
someone
good
lost their
time.
dog in the process. It just got weird.
And
dude.
I
I'm
cried.
telling you guys right now, I can't give you a specific amount of episodes, but there's gonna be enough to satisfy your
It's
it's
funny.
desires.
We had fun.
They'll be coming out Saturdays. I think the first Saturday in October is when the first episode will air.
I think it's October.
That's soon.
2nd.
Yep. It'll be
That's
Saturday
soon.
mornings, like Saturday morning cartoons, basically with the radkatz. So look out
It's
for that.
soon.
And then also Game Awards Season 3 is coming out soon. You guys will see a trailer for that. I was actually super excited about the trailer, and then I showed Cole, and he kind of pooped all over my face. No, you want to know what Cole did? Is he took off my glasses. I was wearing these really bad, ugly glasses.
It's
And
okay. We're late in the podcast. No one's
Yeah.
gonna listen to this.
they were just dirty. They were dirty glasses.
They had poop all over the
Yeah,
goggles.
so
poop covered
Cole
goggles.
removed my poop covered goggles, and I could see, and I fixed my mistakes.
Skylar's really bad at like putting words in things and stuff.
Spelling.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, spelling, yeah.
Anything that involves words in a written form.
I'll tell Zay after the podcast, but
It's
No.
fixed. Anyway, guys.
thanks again,
Yes.
guys.
We love you.
We care for you.
Really appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would like this, man,
Share the
just
piss
share
out of it, dude.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But most importantly of all, make sure Thane has a good day.
And keep it